It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
The final two teams and the top two teams in Mercer County square off tonight in the final for some time in the Mercer County Tournament final here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark. It's the Hun Raiders and the Lawrence Cardinals next on WBCB. Hello again, everybody. Great to be with you as always. Mike Warren alongside Jordan Hirsch. Gus Barber producing tonight's stream. Great to be with you as always. More Mercer County Tournament action here on the WBCB Sports Network. Tonight's game is presented by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, Haldeman Ford Subaru, Kessel Dermatology, Revere Restaurant, the Capital Health System, Team Toyota, the New Jersey Education Association, Saul Funeral Homes, Hyundai of Trenton, the Trentonian, the Italian People's Bakery, the Trenton Thunder, Jammer Doors and Windows, Rossi's Bar and Grill, all proud to bring you today's coverage of the Mercer County Tournament Finals here on WBCB. Well, Jordan, the last time we saw both of these teams, they won in thrilling fashion. For the Hun Raiders, a walk-off two-run shot over Robbinsville for a thrilling victory off the bat of E.J. Balowitz. A 5-4 victory birthed them into the Mercer County Tournament Finals for the second time in as many years. And for the Cardinals of Lawrence, the number one seed in this tournament, head coach Jim Mayer has been coaching for 40-plus years. This is his first chance at winning a Mercer County Tournament Finals. He has not won one, neither have the Cardinals, making their first appearance in this final round from Trenton Thunder Ballpark. Safe to say it's an exciting night for baseball, Jordan.
Yeah, it is safe to say that indeed. And after what went down over at DeMayo Field on Tuesday with two incredible games, both of these teams winning via the walk-off, that was really, I think, the most exciting day of high school baseball I've ever seen in my entire life. And I can only imagine now what is on tap here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark. The two best teams in this tournament by seeds. Both of these teams feel like they deserve to be here and feel like they have some unfinished business as well. Hun fell in this very spot to Allentown last season, so you know they would like nothing better than in the last year of the Mercer County Tournament, when the prep schools are still allowed in, to be able to go out on top. And then over on the Lawrence side of things, you know, they fell in the semifinals to Allentown last year, had a different fate this year, coming back and winning that wild 7-6 game in 8 innings on Tuesday to get revenge on Allentown, looking for their first ever Mercer County Tournament championship. This is a team that has a nice mix of seniors and sophomores and a lot of winning experience on this team as well for Lawrence. Now back-to-back 20-win seasons, just a win away from a state championship last year, and you got to believe that Lawrence is going to rely on that experience to try to take them to a win here tonight.
Both of these teams eerily similar paths to the finals. You have the Hun Raiders with a 2-1 extra inning victory over Notre Dame in their first round game, and then you have Lawrence with a 1-0 walk-off wild pitch against Pennington in their first game. Both teams following up in the semifinals with a couple of walk-off wins. But the Lawrence Cardinals, their story is something to behold, because trailing 6-2 entering the bottom of the 7th inning, 3 outs away were the Allentown Redbirds from being back in this game and having a rematch of last year's contest against the Hun Raiders. Well, instead, the Cardinals battled back. 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning and a walk-off sacrifice bunt that was supposed to be. The ball goes wide of Eddie Worse, and coming home to score after a leadoff double was Robert Kelly. He picked up the win after sitting for quite some time and giving up 4 runs in those innings. Robert Kelly came back out in the top of the 8th and had a 12-pitch 8th, set down the Allentown Redbirds in order, and was able to be a huge pivotal piece in terms of the Cardinals getting to this game tonight. We mentioned the leadoff double. He scored the game-winning run, and Robert Kelly really paces this team offensively as he is at the top of this lineup, as he has all season long. The average up to 400 now, Jordan. He hit a double all the way to the center field wall that ended up being the winning run for the Cardinals against those pesky Allentown Redbirds. And in the Battle of the Birds, it was the Cardinals that came out on top.
Yeah, I mean, you want to talk about an ultimate redemption story. Robert Kelly, after giving up those 3 runs in the top of the 7th, gets a second chance after the Cardinals scored those 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th. That game seemed like it was going to be over 3 or 4 times. Ended up finishing up in the 8th, and mostly thanks to Robert Kelly coming up with that big double that got over the head of Jack Sweeney there in center field. I mean, that was really an ultimate redemption story, and the Cardinals are going to have to rely on him heavily. He's their leadoff guy. He's the main man on the infield playing short. And again, Cardinals are going to be relying on their experience. Robert Kelly's got to be at the forefront of that if they want to come out of here with their first Mercer County Tournament championship.
2 teams with a very balanced offensive approach, but 2 teams with really good pitching as well. We should get a spectacular pitching performance here tonight. At least on paper, it's shaping up to look that way, as we have Kellen Moore on the bump tonight, the number 1 pitcher in the rotation for the Lawrence Cardinals with a sub-2 ERA at 1.90 on the season. He's coming off of an 8-inning performance where he struck out 9 and only allowed 1 hit. How does he take that performance and carry it over into tonight?
Well, I think Kellen Moore, he's got to just do exactly what he's been doing the entire season. An ERA 2.07. He'll be headed to Lafayette in the fall. He is the mainstay in this Cardinals rotation, has the most amount of innings pitched, most amount of pitches, and he's got to be able to basically just duplicate that start from Friday when he was dealing just 1 hit given up to a pretty good Pennington lineup. He's got to find a way to replicate that game here tonight, because the Hun Raiders, one of the better offensive teams here in Mercer County, and he's got his hands full out on the mound.
A lot of powerful bats on both of these teams and a lot of powerful arms as well. For the Hun Raiders, they will turn to Ryan Greenstein, who we've seen at first base for the majority of this season, and especially this tournament. He gets the nod tonight from head coach Tom Monfoletto. What do you think we can expect to see from Ryan Greenstein, Jordan?
Well, I think he's going to have to try to match Kellen Moore pitch for pitch, and if you take a look at his stats, he's more than capable of doing that. Ryan Greenstein, just a 1.75 earned run average, 24 innings pitched this season. He's given up only 19 hits, 6 earned runs. Now he's given up 12 runs overall, so that's kind of telling you that maybe the Hun defense has not played that well behind him. Only 10 walks in 24 innings, 28 strikeouts. He's going to try to miss some of these Cardinals bats, and he's really going to try to hold Lawrence down just like they were on Tuesday up until that 7th inning. If he's able to just keep the Cardinals off base, don't allow them to have that big inning, I think that sets Hun up with a chance to get out of here with some redemption after they fell last season in this very spot.
The Hun Raiders, the 2 seed and the away team for tonight's game, as we will see them at the dish first. Let's introduce you to their starting lineup 1 through 9. Leading things off out in right field is Michael Olander, batting second and playing short, Will Kramer. The designated hitter, Deacon Bound, in the 3 spot. He hits for Gabe Jack now, who is over at first base tonight. Nico Emicangelo, the second baseman, bats 4th. Tyler Tucker at the hot corner bats 5th. EJ Balowitz behind the dish, who birthed the Hun Raiders into this game with 1 swing. Balowitz in the 6th spot tonight, and he's got 1 powerful bat. Ryan Greenstein bats for himself on the mound in the 7th spot. John Rossman in center field bats 8th, and Antonio Destrabats, the left fielder, rounds out the lineup for Tom Monfoletto's Hun Raiders in the MCT final for the 2nd time in as many years, looking for revenge against the 20-2 Lawrence Cardinals, who line up as follows defensively. In the outfield tonight for Jim Mayer's Lawrence Cardinals, the number 7 ranked team in the state, we will see Deacon Moore in left field, Aiden Poot in center, Teak Toto in right. Around the infield from left to right, Dan Drizga at the hot corner, Robert Kelly at shortstop, Riley Rivera at second, Aiden Crowley at first base. Drew Dobkin behind the dish, and the senior right-handed hurler, Kellen Moore, with a fastball that eclipses 90 miles per hour. He's got some lively stuff. He was just honored a moment ago for his academics and his great performance in the classroom throughout this season, on top of being a great athlete, a multi-sport athlete. Kellen Moore, honored before pregame tonight. He gets the start, and the future Lafayette Leopard probably just chomping at the bit to get going, if I had to ask. You can really never tell with Kellen Moore. He's kind of always has the same look on his face, whether it's a big game or whether it's he's not pitching or what it might be. You really can't tell what he's thinking, really, Jordan. It's kind of tough. He's got sort of an Aaron Nola type presence about him, where good times, bad times, you can't tell the difference between them because he doesn't let you see it.
Yeah, Mike, you went with one Phillies pitcher, Aaron Nola. I was going to compare him to another, and that's Ranger Suarez, because when he's out on the mound, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. he's really got no heartbeat. Whether he's in a bases-loaded jam or just on cruise control like he was Friday, it's the same type of demeanor. It was actually kind of interesting being down in the crowd on Tuesday. He was fired up in that dugout as Lawrence was making that comeback, and I think that's probably the most excited I've ever seen him. I've got a feeling he's going to go out there on the mound. He is not. This moment is not too big for him whatsoever for Kellen Moore, and I think that he's going to have a really good outing here, and he's just going to have to continue to do what he's done really the entire season.
Starting lineup for Jim Mayer's Lawrence Cardinals, looking for their first ever Mercer County Tournament championship. Here tonight, they line up as follows. Robert Kelly at shortstop leads things off, followed by Deacon Moore in left. He bats second. Teak Toto batting .338 on the season out in right field, bats third. Kellen Moore will bat for himself in the 4 spot on the bump. Aiden Poot in center field bats fifth. Connor Williver, the DH, he will hit for Aiden Crowley in the 6th spot tonight. Riley Rivera at second base bats 7th. Drew Dobkin in the 8th spot behind the dish. And rounding out the lineup, the third baseman, Dan Drizga. So again, Kelly, Moore, Toto, Moore, Poot, Williver, Rivera, Dobkin, and Drizga. The 1 through 9 for Jim Mayer's Lawrence Cardinals. Over 40 years of coaching for Jim Mayer, he looks to add another ring to his collection, a Mercer County Tournament championship, as they take on a representative from a season ago looking for revenge in the Hun Raiders. First pitch on the other side of this timeout. You're listening to the Trentonian pregame show on WBCB. It's the Hun Raiders and the Lawrence Cardinals, the Mercer County Tournament Finals from Trenton Thunder Ballpark, next.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford, Subaru, or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good! Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you're enjoying today's game. I'd like to commend today's students for participating in today's event. Being a part of extracurricular activities, whether it's an athletic event, marching in the band, or performing in the school play, or being on the debate team, is good for today's youth. And parents, stay involved in your children's activities and encourage them. An involved parent nurtures your children to accomplish great things. I'm proud to support the youth of Mercer County. This is Angelo Honorfree, your Mercer County prosecutor, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation, and that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you're enjoying today's game. I'd like to commend today's students for participating in today's event. Being a part of extracurricular activities, whether it's an athletic event, marching in the band, or performing in the school play, or being on the debate team, is good for today's youth. And parents, stay involved in your children's activities and encourage them. An involved parent nurtures your children to accomplish great things. I'm proud to support the youth of Mercer County. This is Angelo Honorfree, your Mercer County Prosecutor, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs. For acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. $14.90 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow. bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford Subaru or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good! Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you're enjoying today's game. I'd like to commend today's students for participating in today's event. Being a part of extracurricular activities, whether it's an athletic event, marching in the band, or performing in the school play, or being on the debate team, is good for today's youth. And parents, stay involved in your children's activities and encourage them. An involved parent nurtures your children to accomplish great things. I'm proud to support the youth of Mercer County. This is Angelo Honorfree, your Mercer County prosecutor, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian, whether it's online or in paper copy at Trentonian.com. Visit them online. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Starting lineups for the Hun Raiders at 18-5 under head coach Tom Monfiletto, the 2 seed in the Mercer County Tournament. They line up as follows. Michael Olander in right field to lead things off, followed by Will Kramer at shortstop, Deacon Bound, the DH. The first 3 we'll see here this evening. Nico Amicangelo, the second baseman, bats 4th. Tyler Tucker at third base bats 5th. EJ Balowitz in the 6th spot behind the dish. Batting 7th, Ryan Greenstein on the mound. John Rossman in center field bats 8th. And Antonio Destrabats, the left fielder, rounds out the lineup for Tom Monfiletto's Hun Raiders. The Hun School of Princeton looking for revenge in this game a season ago, a tough loss to Allentown. As they look to get revenge against the Lawrence Cardinals, they will face Kellen Moore, the future Lafayette Leopard, finishing his warm-up pitches, enters tonight with a 1.90 earned run average. And he's coming off of an 8-inning, 9K, 1-hit shutout in the opening round against Pennington.
Yeah, I mean, you got to believe Kellen Moore's a little happier with the weather in this game compared to that game as well. The fact that he was able to go 8 innings in that really downpour through most of that game, pretty impressive stuff. And you know, for pitchers, obviously, to be able to get a good grip on the ball, they'd much rather pitch in games like today where it's 65 degrees and a little overcast compared to the monsoon that we were in on Friday.
Fans continuing to file in here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark. A strong showing, and rightfully so, for the Lawrence Cardinals, their first ever trip to the Mercer County Tournament Finals. And of course, looking for that first ever Mercer County Tournament Final Championship. Olander awaits, getting ready to step into the box. Moore finishes his warm-up pitches, toes the rubber, and takes a long look in. Has his sign from Dobkin. Into the windup, in the first pitch of tonight's contest, swung on, left side, through into left field for a hit. And that's how we get things going here in the last time for quite some time in the Mercer County Tournament Final.
Kellen Moore, he's got that fastball that will sit in the upper 80s, low 90s. That time Michael Olander wasn't going to wait around. He knew he was getting first pitch, and he was able to lace it into left.
First pitch thrown at 7:09, right on time. Olander on first after a leadoff single on the first pitch. This is Will Kramer. Olander starts to go and bluffs. We've seen him do that time and time again this season. Kramer a healthy swing and a miss on an elevated fastball. He falls behind 0-1.
Looks like no secret as to what Hun's approach is going to be at the plate. Try to swing early and often against Kellen Moore.
Moore from the stretch, kicks and deals. A swing and a miss. Fastball on the outside corner. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes to the Hun shortstop, Will Kramer.
And I think with Kellen Moore, the key is going to be that fastball command. That was a perfect placement up and away part of the zone. He's able to keep it there. Good things should happen for him out on the mound.
Moore's 0-2, swing and a drive, right side, hooking, well, foul into the soon-to-be Thunder bullpen. But for the time being, it's the Lawrence Cardinals bullpen tonight. Don't forget, June 4th, the season returns for the Trenton Thunder as they open up a 3-game set against the State College Spikes. Visit TrentonThunder.com for ticket information or call the box office at 609-394-3300.
Cardinals just keeping that bullpen warm for them.
Still no balls and 2 strikes. Olander going this time. Chopper back towards the mound. Moore has it, throws it while moving his feet over to Crowley. 1 down, but Olander now in scoring position. 1-3, fielder's choice to put out. And pretty much just essentially playing the role of a sacrifice bunt that time for Kramer, although it won't be scored the same. Sort of a swinging bunt back to the mound, a slow roller.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in this game the Raiders do deploy that sacrifice bunt against a guy like Kellen Moore. Playing small ball and being able to drive runners in when they get into scoring position is going to be key, trying to take advantage of some of these opportunities that they get presented with, because you got to believe they're going to be few and far between.
RSD, please return your car in the reserve lot. Again, a red Jeep with an NJ license plate.
Stepping to the plate for the first time tonight, Deacon Bound. Bound, the designated hitter. A successful season to this point. The Hamilton, New Jersey native, a bit of a homecoming for him. With Olander on second, 1 down, top of the first inning. Rivera trying to keep him close to the second base bag. First pitch gets away from Dobkin, and on the way to third is Olander. He'll cruise in easily. First run 90 feet away for the Hun Raiders. A wild pitch issued to Kellen Moore. And a 1-0 count to Deacon Bound.
That's something that the Cardinals were plagued by on Tuesday. They were able to work around some of those wild pitches. Actually ended up getting a few to go their way in the 7th. But you got to have your heads up if you're Drew Dobkin behind the plate.
Next pitch to Bound off speed that misses. 2 balls, no strikes to Deacon Bound. Olander on third, just about even with Tom Monfiletto. On the third base side, he creeps down the line. An aggressive secondary lead from Olander. The pitch, swing and a miss. Back foot breaking ball to Bound, got him to offer. First strike of the at-bat, it's 2-1. Kellen Moore, 40 2/3 innings of work, 28 hits scattered coming into tonight. Make it 29 on the season. The pitch. Check swing, did he go? He did not, according to the first base umpire. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Kellen Moore pitching a little bit differently here to Bound than he did the first 2 batters. 4 straight off-speed pitches, trying to work him away, maybe try to get a slow rollover.
You saw Olander pounce on the first fastball he saw. The 3-1 to Bound. Fastball paints the outer black, and the count is now full.
That time he just challenged him, and it kind of looked like Deacon Bound was taking all the way on that.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Deacon Bound. Moore from the windup with a runner on third. Kicks and deals, the payoff. Cut on and missed in the dirt. Drop third strike. Dobkin stares at third, fires to first in plenty of time. 2 down and a runner on third for Hun. That'll bring up Nico Emicangelo.
And Drew Dobkin gets a little payback that time from the wild pitch. Executed that one perfectly to drop third strike. Make sure you check that runner over at third, because you know Hun, they're probably going to be pretty aggressive on the base paths. Make sure he stays put before you throw it on to first to finish off the strikeout.
Well, stepping to the plate now for the Hun Raiders, a more than capable bat in Nico Emicangelo. He's pretty much been a mainstay in the first 4 batters of the season, or the lineup, I should say, all season long. First pitch breaking ball just off the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. After a leadoff single from Michael Olander, advancing to second on a fielder's choice and then to third on a wild pitch. The 1-0. Fastball off the plate. 2-0. Breeze continuing to blow out towards center field. A little bit of a different wind pattern than normal. That pitch looked good from our vantage point, but we're a little bit elevated. Just crossed above the belt, ruled a ball. Emicangelo in the driver's seat ahead of Kellen Moore. 3 balls and no strikes. Moore a long look in. The 3-0. Fastball right down the chute. 3-1.
And now I think if you're Emicangelo, got to pick a pitch and a spot. If it's not there, you don't swing, because you got to kind of be thinking along with Kellen Moore. Is he trying to work around me or not?
3-1. Roller right side and through into right field for a hit. The Raiders strike first. It's a 2-out RBI single from Nico Emicangelo and a 1-0 lead for Hun.
And that time, a beautiful piece of hitting from Emicangelo. Fastball on the outside part of the plate. You just take what the pitcher gives you. You're going to throw it out there. I'm going to hit it to the right side, and was able to sneak it past the second baseman, Riley Rivera.
2 down in the top of the first. 1 across for the Raiders and looking for more. Emicangelo on first with good speed. Here's Tyler Tucker making his way to the plate. More from the stretch again, kicks and deals. Emicangelo on the move, throw to second from Dobkin offline into center field. Emicangelo's going to go for third. The throw on a line, he's safe! Great throw from center field in from Aiden Poot. It was on line. Drizga put the tag on, but an apparent swim slide from Emicangelo gets him into third.
Yeah, perfect throw out there from Poot, right on the money. The Cardinal faithful over the first base dugout, not happy with that call. From here, it was kind of tough to tell because we were screened a little bit by the dive from Emicangelo. But if he was able to get the hand in time, which the umpire ruled, I mean, that's a heck of a slide.
The pitch, fouled straight back. I believe the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. 0-2 on the scoreboard for the time being. And it is. It's an 0-2 count. My apologies. The 0-2 up and outside. Now it's 1-2. Tyler Tucker over at third base. Another Hamilton, New Jersey native. 5'11", 185 pounds, the senior. 1 across in the inning. Another 90 feet away for the Raiders. The 1-2. Spoiled. Fouled off right side off the netting. E.J. Balowitz in the on-deck circle, coming off of a walk-off 2-run home run in the semis. The 1-2, Tucker checks. He went around. A called strike 3 on the swing attempt from Tyler Tucker. 2 Ks in the inning from Kellen Moore, but a run does come across for the Raiders. The Hun School of Princeton strikes first. It's a 1-0 lead. We'll head to the home half of the first inning in the Mercer County Tournament Finals here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
For the Hun Raiders, number 15, Ryan.
The Hun Raiders strike first. Ryan Greenstein toes the rubber for the first time as we head to the home half of the first inning. If you're just joining us alongside Jordan Hirsch, my name is Mike Warren. Great to be with you as always. The last year, for now at least, of the Mercer County Tournament. And the finals here tonight from Trenton Thunder Ballpark is next year the tournament shifts to a new format and a new name, as no more of the charter and private schools will be participating in the new tournament. And the Hun Raiders wanting to go out with a bang so far, starting out on the right foot, Jordan, getting one across in their half of the first.
Yeah, and they kind of played small ball to perfection. Leadoff single, runner ends up moving up to second, then third on the wild pitch, and then just a ground ball through the right side into right field off the bat of Amicangelo to drive him in. Good job by Kellen Moore to hold that runner over at third to end the inning. And now the Cardinals get their first chance to bat here, and down 1-0. I mean, they've been called the comeback Cardinals, right? More than 50% of their wins have been come from behind variety, and they're gonna have to do that once more here.
Robert Kelly steps into the box to get things going for the Cardinals. Greenstein winds and fires. First pitch swung on, lifted to right field. That's going to roll and all the way to the wall. Kelly's on his way to second. He'll get there easily. Olander's just getting to it. Kelly's on his way to third. Amicangelo's throw way too high. It's a leadoff triple for the Cardinals.
Well, it's Thursday, but Robert Kelly says Tuesday, back to his bench. And now all of a sudden, I mean, back-to-back now at bats for Robert Kelly with extra bases if you go back to that game on Tuesday night. I mean, and if he's a guy that can get going with extra bases at the top of this lineup, look out.
His second triple of the season comes to lead off the Mercer County Tournament Finals. Couldn't ask for better timing on that one. A hard hit liner that just scooted all the way to the right field wall past Michael Olander. Tying run for the Cardinals 90 feet away. This is Deacon Moore. Greenstein winds and fires. Breaking ball dropped in on the outer third. 0-1 to Deacon Moore.
You know, you had brought up the Phillies references back in the pregame. That kind of felt like the Jimmy Rollins triple in 2007 on the last game of the year.
His 30-30-30 season. Ground ball towards the middle. This will get Kelly home. It's a tie game. 6-3 the putout. We're all evened up. An RBI for Deacon Moore.
Thank you.
That's his 15th run batted in of the season.
And again, don't have to try to do too much there. It's early, first inning. Put the ball in play. Hun content to concede that run, and just a good job by Deacon Moore.
This is Teak Toto making his way to the plate, enters tonight with a .338 average and finds himself ahead 1 ball and no strikes against Greenstein. Balowitz gives the sign. Greenstein agrees. The pitch, he hit him. Drilled him with the fastball in the foot.
I'll tell you what, Mike, whenever any of these high school players get hit, I think they take it better than some of the major leaguers. I mean, you get hit, that's got to hurt. Looked like it got him right off the cleat. And what does Teak Toto do? Flip the bat, run down to first like it's no problem.
Pitcher Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore steps to the plate. A runner aboard and 1 out, after the 6-3 put out from Kramer over to Jack now. Moore steps in, a .333 average for him on the season, a couple of home runs to go along with it. First pitch, breaking ball, well up and inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Toto with good speed on first after being hit by a pitch. A very powerful bat at the plate for the Lawrence Cardinals and Kellen Moore. Greenstein from the stretch, set at the belt. The 1-0 offering in the dirt. Great stop by Balowitz, keeps the runner at first in Teak Toto.
I think they've got Greenstein a little rattled out there on the mound. You know, he's feeling good going out there. You got a 1-0 lead. All of a sudden, a leadoff triple, guy comes around to score, then you hit a batter. You know, you go out there, you're feeling so good because you've got the lead, and things change quickly.
Both teams' leadoff guy, first pitch swinging, resulting in hits. 2-0 in the dirt, and another nice stop by Balowitz. 3 balls and no strikes to Kellen Moore. 6 stolen bases on the season for Teak Toto. He gets his secondary lead. That fastball paints the outside black. 3-1 now to Moore.
And now again, Kellen Moore, same type of situation that Amicangelo was in with that 3-1. Again, I think it's the same approach. Pick a pitch, pick a spot. If it's not there, you don't swing.
Greenstein's 3-1 on the way. Same pitch, same result. The count is now full to Kellen Moore from 3-0 to 3-2. A runner on first and Toto, one away. Inching off the first base bag is Teak Toto. He's on the move. Roller towards the middle. Kramer steps on the bag for one, fires to first. 6-3 double play. Just the spark the Raiders defense needs. One comes across, we're evened up. But the Hun Raiders a double play to cap off the home half of the first. 1 run on 1 hit and no men left on base, We're tied up at 1 apiece. On to the second inning here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark.
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you're enjoying today's game. I'd like to commend today's students for participating in today's event. Being a part of extracurricular activities, whether it's an athletic event, marching in the band, or performing in the school play, or being on the debate team, is good for today's youth. And parents, stay involved in your children's activities and encourage them. An involved parent nurtures your children to accomplish great things. I'm proud to support the youth of Mercer County. This is Angelo Honorfree, your Mercer County prosecutor, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Trenton Thunder Baseball returns for the 2024 season on Tuesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com or call 609-394-3300. 609-394-3300. Post-game firework nights, Tuesday Dollar Dog Nights, and Pork Roll Fridays throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun. And don't forget, you miss any of today's action, the Trentonian's got you covered for your complete local and national news 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Well, Kellen Moore back out for inning number 2 and looking for a different result this time around. Knotted up at 1, essentially starting over here in the top of the second inning. And Jordan, we've seen some good stuff from Kellen Moore, a couple of strikeouts in the first inning, and after giving up the leadoff single to Michael Olander, it seemed like he was able to settle in more so from the stretch than he was the windup. Yeah, now he's got a chance here to work from the windup again, and now it kind of works, as I had mentioned in the bottom of the first, how it looked like Greenstein was a little rattled. You go out there, you get the lead, and then you quickly give it up. Well, now Kellen Moore, it's kind of the opposite. You were trailing when you left the mound last, and now you come back out there and it's a brand new ball game. And let's see if he's able to settle in. E.J. Balowitz to lead things off in the top of the second inning. His last at-bat was in the tournament, his last at-bat, as they beat up on Blair Academy the other day, 15-3. But his last at-bat in this tournament was a 2-run walk-off homer against Robbinsville that gave them a 5-4 victory. Balowitz quickly behind, no balls and 2 strikes to Kellen Moore, back-to-back pitches at the knees.
And that home run from Balowitz, I mean, you could just tell off the bat just based on the sound. He caught it right on the barrel.
Swings and drives this one, not too deep. Robert Kelly has it measured in the infield, matter of fact. Just on the beginning of the outfield grass in shallow center field, Kelly hauls it in for the first out.
Pitcher Ryan Greenstein.
That'll bring up Ryan Greenstein, as Balowitz has some scouting report information for him to pass along after his at-bat. Greenstein steps in from the right side.
That's good to see from Balowitz there. I mean, you pop out to start the inning, but you don't hang your head. It's, hey, you go up to your guy and, look, maybe this is what he's throwing. This is maybe he's tipping something. You never know. You want to go and give these guys...
Back to the middle, off the glove of Moore, towards second base. Kelly, bare hands, throws wide of Crowley and off of the fencing in front of the Lawrence dugout. Safe to say that was an infield hit, as he was going to beat that out regardless of the throw from Kelly.
Yeah, and that ball kind of pinballed around, but I guess whatever E.J. Balowitz told him must have worked, because he hits that one hard back up the middle. And you know, like I was saying before that pitch, you want to go and give the guy the scouting report. Maybe he saw something that could be useful, and it looks like that might have been the case.
Jackson Staples to courtesy run for the Hun pitcher Ryan Greenstein. Making his way to the plate for the first time tonight is John Rossman, the center fielder. A slow stroll off the back of the mound for Kellen Moore, now climbs up the back. Crowley holding the runner on first in Jackson Staples. Move over, and he's back in plenty of time. A head first dive, and he might have been able to get back feet first. Standing.
Yeah, Kellen Moore just say, hey, I've got my eye on you. But you're right, he maybe had no more than a 2-step lead.
Moore comes set at the letters, kicks and deals. Fastball on the outer third, and a called strike one. He's loved that outside part of the plate to start tonight, Jordan.
Yeah, that's something that he utilized to his advantage, especially early in that game against Pennington, too. You set up that outside part of the plate with your fastball, then throw that slider out of the same tunnel.
0-1. Slow roller, but foul. Just able to get a little piece of it was Rossman, and enough, I guess, backspin on it to send it back towards Dobkin behind the plate, left side of home plate. No balls and 2 strikes to John Rossman. Staples off of first. Moore set. Kicks and deals. Bouncing ball to first. Crowley to second for one. No! Unable to haul it in was Kelly. I believe the proper scoring of that one is fielder's choice E6.
Left fielder Antonio Destrabats.
As Rossman reaches first base.
That's something that plagued the Cardinals on Tuesday. Again, some of those unforced errors, this time off of a throw. But again, Robert Kelly with the drop at second. We saw them drop a few balls in the outfield on Tuesday. We're able to work around it. But in a game like this against a team like Hun, you got to be able to convert, because that's just an easier, you're at least getting one out, as if Kelly's able to make that catch, and the throw was kind of right to him.
Antonio Destrabats stares at a fastball on the inside third at the knees and falls behind, no balls and 1 strike.
And now if you're Hun, it's all about taking advantage of the mistake. I mean, the mistake obviously doesn't directly lead to a run, but for the Raiders, they got to find a way to get that guy home now.
A high fly ball to right. Backpedaling is Toto, camping under it. He's there for the catch. Tagging from second and heading to third is Staples. He'll get there easily. Runners at the corners with 2 down for the Raiders as Destrabats is able to advance a runner. So Staples representing Greenstein on third, Rossman's on first, and Jimmy Mayer makes his way out to the mound.
And now open base at second. You wonder maybe this, if this visit here is, hey, do you want to work around this guy or go right after him? But I'll tell you what, Mike, if you're Jimmy Mayer, you got to believe that he's happy that there's no Allentown faithful in the crowd tonight, because they were certainly giving it to him on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, the Allentown student section, they were giving him an earful, especially while they were winning that game, but quick to become quiet once the clock struck midnight, so to speak, at the end of that game.
Right fielder.
And a 7-6 final in favor of the Lawrence Cardinals, who trailed 6-2 heading into what was supposed to be their final at-bat. You mentioned it in the open, the comeback Cardinals, the cardiac Cardinals. Well, they both applied in that one. Runner on the move, and eating it is Dobkin. He'll just hold on to that one, pump fake to second. Swiping second base is John Rossman.
Yeah, it's safe to say Jimmy Mayer got the last laugh on Tuesday. But again, good play by Dobkin. Really no reason to try to force that. You throw that to second, runner third's coming home.
Lineup turns over. This is Michael Olander ahead 1-0. The pitch. Breaking ball dropped in from Kellen Moore. 1 ball and 1 strike. Olander 1 for 1, a single and a run scored. 2 in scoring position with 2 down. Tied up at 1 apiece, top of the second. Moore from the windup now. Gets his sign from Dobkin into the windup in the 1-1. In the dirt, and a nice stop by Dobkin, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, I don't know how he was able to get to that. Had a lunge into the left-handed batter's box, and he was able to glove that one down. Didn't even need the chest protector.
2 balls and 1 strike to the Hun right fielder, Michael Olander. Moore winds and fires. Nasty slider on the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 aboard and 2 down. Top of the second inning, deuces wild. You know, I say that a lot, but this time they literally are wild. There's so many 2s going on. You feel me on that one, Jordan?
Second inning, 2 runners on. There's a guy out at second.
2-2, did he go? He did! Moore gets Olander to chase at the elevated fastball, and he strands a pair. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left on base. It's a 1-1 ball game. We'll head to the bottom of the second inning. The Cardinals bats will get back to work.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you're enjoying today's game. I'd like to commend today's students for participating in today's event. Being a part of extracurricular activities, whether it's an athletic event, marching in the band, or performing in the school play, or being on the debate team, is good for today's youth. And parents, stay involved in your children's activities and encourage them. An involved parent nurtures your children to accomplish great things. I'm proud to support the youth of Mercer County. This is Angelo Honorfree, your Mercer County prosecutor, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Knotted up at 1 apiece in the Mercer County Tournament Finals here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark. It'll be Aiden Poot, Connor Williver, and Riley Rivera. The 3 due up for Jim Mayer's Lawrence Cardinals. A 1-1 ball game. Ryan Greenstein back out on the bump. Alongside Jordan Hirsch, my name is Mike Warren. Great to be with you folks as always. Appreciate you making us a part of your evening here on the WBCB Sports Network. 7:37 the time. Poot steps into the box. Home half of the second inning set to get underway. Greenstein looks into Balowitz, has his sign. The windup in the pitch. Skipped in and back to the backstop. 1 ball and no strikes. Aiden Poot. 5 innings, 8 Ks on the mound in the semis against Allentown. Gets the start in center field and quickly finds himself ahead 2 balls and no strikes against Ryan Greenstein.
Aiden Poot's another guy that the Allentown fans were getting on at DeMayo Field.
Greenstein's 2-0, right down the chute, gets him on the board for a strike in this at-bat, 2-1.
And in terms of the fans here, assuming everybody's sitting on their side of the field in the stands, it's probably about 75% Lawrence.
Breaking ball almost caught a piece of Poot, stares at it, 3-1.
Cardinals, they posted on Instagram earlier today saying they wanted all of their fans to come out and wear black, have a blackout, and they've certainly obliged.
3-1, swung on, driven, but hooking, well, foul. The count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out to the leadoff bat in inning number 2, home half of inning number 2. Greenstein gets his sign from Balowitz. The payoff pitch. Roller, right side of the infield. Emicangelo has it, fires over to first. In time to Jack now, 1 away.
Nice play by Emicangelo. Got the footwork down perfectly that time and made the strong throw over to first.
That'll bring up the Cardinals center fielder, Connor Williver. Williver hitting in place of Aiden Crowley, the first baseman tonight. A .250 average on the season for Williver. 3 doubles on the year. First pitch off the plate, 1-0.
Obviously playing at Trenton Thunder Ballpark. Got to be pretty cool for all of these high school kids, but another thing that we get to hear now that we're not used to seeing, at least over at Lawrence, is these guys get their own walk-up songs.
Very cool. A special shout out to the production staff here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark, headed by Liz Sikorsky and Marissa Murphy. They do an outstanding job making sure that these high school kids get the full experience when they attend and play in a game here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark. A 2-0 count to Williver, pitch right down the middle, 2-1. One away, nobody aboard. Riley Rivera in the on-deck circle. Greenstein winds and fires. Same spot, same result, 2-2.
Now you go back-to-back fastballs inside part of the plate. Try to rip off a breaking ball down and away here.
Potentially the 2-2. Curveball spoiled by Williver towards the right field concourse and well out of play.
Well, there it was. Just couldn't get it quite to that spot. Probably wanted to bury that thing in the dirt, and Williver able to get a piece.
Greenstein with a new baseball into his windup in the 2-2 pitch. Roller to short. Kramer has it, fires across the diamond, and plenty of time to Jack now. 2 up, 2 down for Ryan Greenstein here in the home half of the second.
Second baseman.
Kramer's been tested a couple of times tonight. His third time having the ball hit his way, and he's been up to the task all night long for now. Riley Rivera to the plate with 2 away and nobody aboard, stepping in from the right side for the first time tonight. Greenstein's first pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball and no strikes. And one thing that Greenstein's done well, Jordan, mixing speeds and mixing eye levels to these hitters to start.
Yeah, not letting these Cardinals get into really much of any rhythm since that first batter.
Driven towards right center field and carrying. Moving over Rossman, he's not going to get there. On his way to second, Rivera. He'll cruise into second sliding. It's a 2-out double for the Cardinals second baseman.
Made me eat my words, Riley Rivera. They weren't able to get anything going since that leadoff triple until now. Perfect piece of hitting, drive it to right center field. There's a lot of base hits and extra base hits out there for a right-handed batter. And, I mean, again, really just a great swing that time by Rivera to find green grass.
Drew Dobkin to the plate. 2 down, 1 in scoring position, and Riley Rivera after the 2-out double. Greenstein from the stretch. Misses well high with the off-speed. 1 ball and no strikes.
You see Greenstein kind of go lick his fingers after that. Kind of a telltale sign like, hey, that one slipped.
The 1-0. Outer third with the fastball from Greenstein, 1-1. Fans continuing to file in here, even fans not associated with either ball club, just wanting to see a good ball game here tonight. Can't blame them. Beautiful night. A cool breeze blowing out towards center field. Dobkin rolls this one over left side. Fielded and fired across by Tucker in plenty of time. Greenstein strands a runner in scoring position after the 2-out double from Riley Rivera. Keeps it at a 1-1 game. We're through 2 in the final Mercer County Tournament final here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
2, 3, and 4 due up for Tom Monfiletto's Hun Raiders. And don't forget, the Italian People's Bakery is proud to support tonight's game on WBCB. Make sure you visit them at their signature location at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by to smell the homemade bread made daily or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg is the best place to go for hoagies on a Sunday afternoon and the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Make sure you visit them once again, 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, the Italian People's Bakery since 1936. On to the top of the third inning here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark in a 1-1 affair. The top 2 seeds remain in the last Mercer County Tournament final for the time being. A new tournament on its way next year, and this one shaping up to be a beauty in terms of a ball game tonight. Fantastic showing from the crowd. Both teams as ready as ever for this one. The Hun Raiders back in the championship game for the second time in as many years, and after losing last year to the Allentown Redbirds, looking to rewrite the script this time around. And for the Lawrence Cardinals, their first ever trip to the Mercer County Tournament final comes in the final year of the tournament's existence. Couldn't draw up a better storyline even if you tried. Will Kramer to lead things off for Hun. Swings and misses at the off speed from Moore, well out in front. No balls and 1 strike. Kramer 0 for 1. Hit into a 1-3 fielder's choice his first time up. Fastball just off the plate, 1-1.
Kellen Moore working kind of backwards right now. Remember, Will Kramer in the first swung at that first pitch fastball. So what does Kellen Moore do? First pitch breaking ball.
1-1 heater waved at by Kramer. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Hun shortstop. The 1-2. Slider that just missed off the outside part of the plate. 2-2.
And you know, we're situated obviously right behind home plate. That did look like a good call. I think Dobkin tried to bring that back with the frame a little.
Moore's 2-2. Spoiled by Kramer, sends it straight back and onto the rooftop here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark.
Now, I've always wondered, because I grew up going to games here, when the ball goes up onto the roof, does it actually fall down into the parking lot?
Sometimes it does. There are a lot of baseballs up there that my sources have told me. A fly ball that is slicing well into the kids zone, the family fun zone down there.
Because, you know, obviously when I was younger and a ball would go up there, whenever me and my family would be walking out, you got to look in the trees and the bushes, see if you could find it.
That's right. The 2-2. Unable to hold the check swing. Kramer goes around. It's another punch out for Kellen Moore.
Designated hitter, Deacon Bound.
4th strikeout on the night for Kellen Moore. This is Deacon Bound making his way to the plate for the second time. Bound struck out swinging, a drop 3rd strike. Nobody aboard for him this time around. The pitch. Slider gets the outer third, 0-1. And continuing with that inside-out trend, as you mentioned a moment ago, Jordan, is Kellen Moore. Moore's 0-1. Back to the well with the off-speed. No balls and 2 strikes, this time on the inner third. Think we see the heater here?
Back-to-back sliders, and he's been able to get Bound kind of just staring at him. I don't know, because I think he might be up there looking for a fastball.
The 0-2 in the air to left field, not too deep. Ranging over is Moore, a long run, dives, he makes the catch! Deacon Moore helps his brother out. 2 away.
We're not in Philly, but that was some brotherly love right there. Off the bat, that looked like it was going to fall in for a lawn dart. Kellen Moore did decide to go with the fastball. And man, Deacon Moore, full extension out there in left field. That's got to be pretty cool for him. Obviously, this outfield much more rangy than he's used to on the high school fields. A long way to go to get to that baseball. He took a great route to it and makes the highlight reel play.
The more, the merrier. The bloodline thicker than ever for the Lawrence Cardinals as the Moore brothers teaming up for out number 2. First pitch breaking ball to Amicangelo, gets the inner third. It's 0-1 to the Hun second baseman. Moore from the windup and the 0-1 pitch. Fastball rolled over to short. Kelly charges. He booted it. Just picked his glove up a little too quickly. And Amicangelo is aboard, E6 the ruling.
Yeah, that's the second error of the game on Robert Kelly, and for him now you really hope it doesn't become a mental thing, because that's just a routine ground ball. I mean, it was just rolling, so you can't even really blame a bad hop for that one. And you just hope he's able to kind of refine it, because the last thing you want for the Cardinals is Robert Kelly to kind of get in his own head out there in the field.
And you mentioned it really is unlike him. We were talking just amazed with some of the plays he made in that opening round game against Pennington. He played both sides of the bag, just as smooth as you'll see in Mercer County. First pitch stealing is Amicangelo. The throw from Dobkin, not in time. Amicangelo holds the bag on the headfirst slide. A two-out runner in scoring position as Tom Monfiletto keeps his Raiders aggressive on the base paths. Tyler Tucker ahead, 1 ball and no strikes. 2 away and a runner now in scoring position for the Hun Raiders. A 1-1 affair, top of the 3rd inning. Rivera trying to keep Amicangelo close at second. Moore comes set, the pitch. Up and in with the fastball. 2 balls and no strikes to Tyler Tucker.
And I think sometimes, and you're kind of seeing it here with Kellen Moore, when you pitch backwards and you're used to now throwing a lot of breaking balls, sometimes you go back to pitching the normal way, fastballs early in the count, and it just becomes something you're not used to. And Kellen Moore, those first 2 pitches, not all that close.
Tucker calls time. Moore takes a stroll off the back of the mound. 2-0, waved at and missed by Tucker. Nasty slider from Kellen Moore. Coming up empty on the swing, Tyler Tucker makes it a 2-1 count.
And I think as this game's gone on, Kellen Moore's starting to get more of a feel for that slider. The first couple he threw ended up bouncing, and now he's got it dialed in.
The 2-1 paints the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Tyler Tucker with a man in scoring position at second. Amicangelo made his way into scoring position after stealing a bag with 2 down. Moore shakes off Dobkin a couple times, now has his sign. The 2-2 pitch. On the move, Amicangelo, a high fly ball, shallow right field. Calling everybody off is Teak Toto. He's there for the catch, and the inning is over. A 2-out base runner for the Raiders stranded. Moore gets some help from his defense. And the web gem out in left field from his younger brother, Deacon Moore. An exclamation point to end the inning. No runs, no hits, and a man left on base. 1-1 the score. We'll head to the home half of the 3rd here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs. For acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Spring is here and it's time to view the world through Jammer Doors and Windows, a family-owned and operated local business since Babe Ruth started playing for the Yankees in 1920. Today, Jammer Doors continues to swat home run sales, service, and installation of garage doors and openers, entry doors, patio doors, and storm doors. Jammer Doors features Rainer garage doors, steel or aluminum, dependable for long-lasting service. Jammer Doors does their own work and installation using no subcontractors. Pay them a visit at 2850 Brunswick Pike, Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville, or in the Yardley Gristmill at 10 North Main Street. Knotted up at 1 apiece, home half of the 3rd inning. Ryan Greenstein back out for another inning of work. And this time around, we'll see 9-1-2 for the Lawrence Cardinals. Dan Drizga to lead things off. His first at-bat of the night. Greenstein's first pitch over the head of Drizga, 1 ball and no strikes.
Welcome to the game, Dan. Here's a fastball at the dome.
Solid out of the hand, able to get out of the way of that one. Greenstein, a new baseball. Into his windup, the 1-0. Fastball at the knees, evens the count, 1-1.
Yeah, see, and that's not fair there to Drizga. I mean, you get a fastball up near the chompers, and then the next pitch, paint at the knees. You've got really no chance at that point.
Drizga awaits, bobbing the bat off his back shoulder. And the 1-1 breaking ball just missed. 2-1. Greenstein working quickly. 2-1 on the way. And left alone well high with the fastball. A good hitter's count to Dan Drizga. 3 balls and 1 strike. Greenstein gets his sign from Balowitz. The 3-1 pitch is in the dirt for ball 4.
Not what you want to do. You walk the 9-hole hitter and have trouble. Robert Kelly a chance to make amends for his couple of mistakes in the field. Obviously led off the game with that triple.
Well, he's perfect at the dish to start, as you mentioned. 1 for 1 with a triple. Despite a couple of errors in the field, he's the reason that Lawrence is tied up at 1 apiece here in the home half of the 3rd inning. A runner on first after the leadoff walk issued to Drizga. Balowitz frames up on the outside part of the plate. Greenstein from the stretch, the pitch. Went to the slider, misses. 1 ball and no strikes. Move over to first, and barely able to get off the bag even was Drizga.
Second time we've seen that throw over with the guy not even 2 or 3 feet off the bag.
The 1-0. A high fly ball, not deep towards center field. Rossman has it measured, reaches up to make the catch. Retreating back to first is Drizga. 1 down. Just got under that one a bit, did Kelly. Seemed like he had it timed up just fine, but just a bit under that baseball and a high fly pop out to center field.
Yeah, I mean, it's the old adage, right? Round bat, round ball. You hit a ball to straightaway center field like that, you know you timed it up well. You got to be able to find the center of the bat.
Move over to first, just getting back in time was Dan Drizga. Deacon Moore steps to the plate, 0 for 1, but a run batted in. He grounded out to short his first time up. Another move over and another dive back in from Drizga. Safe in plenty of time. Moore still awaits the first pitch of this at-bat. Middle infield at double play depth for the Raiders. Kramer shaded well towards the middle, the pitch. In the air to center field, backpedaling Rossman. He has this one measured as well. He's there, makes the catch, 2 down.
Same idea there from Deacon Morey. Had that fastball timed up and just a bit under it, maybe not enough power in that swing, and it becomes another routine flyout.
2 down. Here's Teak Toto, a runner on first after the leadoff walk. Greenstein responds with a couple of flyouts. It'd be cool if he could respine. That would be something, huh?
That would be interesting. I don't know if you could do that based on human anatomy.
Toto takes, looked like it hit him, but Drizga was on the move to second regardless. He'll swipe second base. That's a 1 ball, no strike count to Teak Toto.
And speaking of human anatomy, just right off the catcher's fingertips, that's got to go down as a pass ball.
Pass ball allows Drizga to advance. He was already in motion, the 1-0. Breaking ball well off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes to Teak Toto. Second time to the dish, he was hit by a pitch his first time up. 2-0 from Greenstein. Swing and a foul back. 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Home half of the 3rd, a runner in scoring position for the Cardinals. The 2-1. Fastball gets the outer black. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Teak Toto.
Yeah, Picasso-like with that pitch. That one was just perfectly painted.
Greenstein's 2-2. Lined but foul. A worm burner. A low liner that took a couple of skips. Just foul of the third base bag. Count halted at 2 balls and 2 strikes for the time being. A new baseball for Greenstein. Looks into Balowitz. He's got his sign. The 2-2. Swing and a tip into the mitt. Breaking ball towards the back foot of Toto. He got a piece of it, but Balowitz holds on for the final out. First punch out of the afternoon, of the evening, I should say, for Ryan Greenstein. No runs, no hits, and a man left on base. Still knotted up at 1 apiece. We're through 3 here from Trenton Thunderball Park.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Proud to sponsor tonight's game on WBCB, the legendary Rossi's Bar and Grill in Hamilton that was established 90 years ago in 1933. Rossi's offers a wide variety of great food and is famous throughout the region for their huge, delicious burgers. In addition to providing a great happy hour, Rossi's offers specials such as half-price wine by the bottle on Tuesdays. Hump Day is when Wing Wednesdays take flight, and kids' meals are only $2.99. Thursdays feature live music and half-price nachos, and Fridays, Rossi's offers half-price beer flights. For those who know a little bit about everything, test your knowledge Tuesdays on Live Trivia Night. Rossi's is also a great place for holiday parties and catering. Check their website for details at rossisbarandgrill.com or call at 609-890-2004. And I can attest, just from personal experience, the Thunder had their holiday party, their Christmas party this year at Rossi's, and outstanding food and an outstanding environment, great service, great staff, and just some of the best burgers that you will ever come across in the greater Mercer County area.
Well, you know, Mike, the only thing better than a burger is a huge, delicious one.
There you go. Kellen Moore wants a new baseball as he'll face E.J. Balowitz for the second time tonight. Balowitz popped up to shortstop, and Robert Kelly his first time up in the second inning. E.J. Balowitz, Ryan Greenstein, and John Rossman, the 3 due up here in the top of the 4th. Still at 1-1 the score, and a fastball well off the plate has Balowitz ahead 1-0. The 1-0. Swing and a pop-up. Left side of the infield, heading towards foul ground, towards the third base line. Now back into fair play. Drizga's there, and he makes the catch. 2 pitches and 1 out for Kellen Moore.
Pitcher Ryan Greenstein.
That'll bring up Ryan Greenstein. He's 1 for 1 with a single. First pitch swinging in his first at-bat. Was represented by Jackson Staples on the base paths. Moore kicks and deals. On the ground towards second. Rivera has it, shuffles the feet. Unable to pick it out at first on the low throw was Aiden Crowley. Greenstein safe. E4 the ruling. It's the 3rd error of the night for the Cardinals.
Your attention, please. Fans now running at first base for the Hun
Yeah, the ball was in the
Raiders.
dirt, so the proper ruling is E4, but, I mean, you ask Aiden Crowley if he should have had that, and 10 times out of 10, he's going to say yes.
Jackson Staples back on the base paths, taking over for Greenstein, the pitcher. John Rossman back to the plate. 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice on a ball that was hit to first, and Crowley's throw just unable to be hauled in. It was on line, just in and out of the glove of Kelly, who was getting ready for the transfer on a double play opportunity. The 1-0 to Rossman. Swing and a foul straight back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please return all foul balls to the dugout. Thank you.
And there was a woman in a gray pullover that looked like she wanted no part of that.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 aboard. Top of the 4th inning. 1 away. Moore's pitch, runner on the move, misses inside, throw to second base, offline, off the glove of Kelly. Heading to third is Staples, he'll get there easily. 1 away, and the leading run on third base for the Hun Raiders. Staples will have to head back to get his helmet. It fell off when he was on his way to third.
That was a second throw by Dobkin that kind of was just a sinker, and it tailed on him. And the second time that Hun's able to take advantage, taking that extra 90 feet. And now you wonder maybe if you're Dobkin, you want to start that throw on the third base side of second, because if it's going to run like that,
right,
you get it to run back into the baseline.
Second time tonight, Jimmy Mayer's come out to the mound, but I got a feeling that both times he's not addressing his pitcher, he's just addressing his infield. Based on the body language of that conversation, seemed like all of his words were directed for the 4 guys behind Kellen Moore in the infield.
Yeah, and it looks like he's going to tell them to play in shortstop, second base on the infield grass.
2 balls and 1 strike to John Rossman. Staples 90 feet away, the 2-1. Swing and a foul back again, heading towards the luxury suite level. Still finding the seats. The count is now even. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Rossman. Infield in on the grass. Everyone except for Drizga and Kelly just on the edge of the dirt before the infield grass. 2-2 off the hands, fouled again. Rossman continues to battle.
Boy, we went from having like no souvenirs through the first 3 innings of this game, and now like 3 in a row.
The souvenir that you have to return, though, of course, because unlike a Thunder game here tonight, they need all the baseballs they can get. So fans are being advised to return the balls to either dugout. That way we don't run out of them. Breaking ball well off the plate. 3 balls and 2 strikes to John Rossman.
Maybe the fans can get a souvenir picture on their phone before throwing it back.
There you go.
Just the proof, you know.
That's right.
When you're a kid and you go to school tomorrow, hey, I got a ball at Trenton Thunder Ballpark. Oh yeah, where's the ball?
Yeah.
Well, I had to give it back, but here's my phone picture.
The 3-2 almost hit him. That one gets away from Rossman. Coming home is Staples. Dobkin's throw offline. He'll score. Two to 1, Hun leads.
Left fielder Antonio Destrabats.
Staples comes around to score the second run for the Raiders. They jump out in front by 1.
The Raiders, again, they take advantage of some poor defensive play that time from Lawrence. That's something that we had mentioned. It led to a few runs against Allentown in the semifinals and now leading to a run here.
Kellen Moore, the pitch to Destrabats, a called strike on the outer edge. Didn't look like Destrabats was able to hold up the check swing, but also looked like it was going to be a called strike regardless based on the location. Moore ahead 0-1 from the stretch. Rossman on first. The 0-1, Rossman's on the move. Dobkin throws to second base. And a nifty slide by Rossman. He's safe.
Much better throw that time from Dobkin. I'm not sure if Kelly was able to get the tag down. It would have been close. But yeah, you're right. The Raiders, that's now the second time that we've seen them use that kind of nifty slide to their advantage.
Still 1 down and another runner in scoring position for Hun. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Kellen Moore ahead. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Antonio Destrabats. 0 for 1. He flew out to Teak Toto his first time up.
Gotta believe he's getting something off speed here. He took a pretty healthy cut at that last fastball.
Slider's been working for Moore. Let's see if he goes to it. The 1-2. Gassed him up. Swing and a miss from Destrabats. 2 down.
Now, of course, you could just wheel back and throw 90 on the outside part of the plate. Why? There's really no need to go to that slider.
That's the 5th strikeout tonight for Kellen Moore. The Lafayette commit 1 out away from working out of a jam. Here's the leadoff bat and Michael Olander. 1 for 2. He struck out swinging his last time up. First pitch from Moore. Runner on the move. Swing and a pop-up. In the infield. Now towards shallow center. Kelly backpedals. Calling him off is Aiden Poots for the final out. The Raiders regain the lead in the top of the 4th inning. 1 run comes across on no hits, and 1 man left aboard. 2-1 the score. On to the home half of the fourth inning. The Lawrence Cardinals bats looking for a response as they trail 2-1.
This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford Subaru or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian for your complete local and national news. 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County. 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Trenton Thunder Baseball returns for the 2024 season Tuesday, June 4th. Visit TrentonThunder.com for more information or give the box office a call, 609-394-3300, 609-394-3300. Post-game firework nights, Tuesday dollar dog nights, and pork roll Fridays throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, fun happens here. Kellen Moore to the plate. His second time tonight, he's 0 for 1. Grounded into a 6-3 double play to Will Kramer. Greenstein remains in the game, starting his fourth inning of work. A long look into Balowitz, into his windup, and the first pitch to Moore. Skipped in and stopped by Balowitz, 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, and that last at bat from Kellen Moore, just kind of some bad luck. Runner Antique Toto was going from first to second on the steal and hit it back up the middle, but Kramer was right there because he was going to cover the bag.
The 1-0, left alone and taken low, 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0, missing high with the fastball is Greenstein. Kellen Moore sitting comfy at the dish, 3 balls and no strikes.
Now I wonder, do you green light him here? 3 ball, no strike count.
Here it comes. Bounces back to the backstop for ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to start inning number 4 in favor of the Lawrence Cardinals. Kellen Moore is aboard, and a courtesy runner in Josh Vikrowski comes on for him.
Your attention, please. Now running at first base for the Lawrence Cardinals, number 19, Josh Vikrowski.
Courtesy runner Josh Vikrowski into the game. And out to the mound for the Hun Raiders pitching coach Joaquin Hernandez-Burt, a 2017 graduate of the Hun School. Aiden Poot, the batter, due up, and activity ensuing down in the Hun bullpen. It looked like Yanni Moritis was beginning to get loosened up down there. Doesn't seem like there's, well, now actually there is some activity down in the Lawrence bullpen as well.
You know, Mike, I think this visit probably just the pitching coach noticing something with Greenstein's mechanics. 4-pitch walk. He's been around the strike zone all game, and if he's able to notice something there, you want to be able to go out there, tell your pitcher before, you know, anything bad happens, and while he's still able to correct it.
Connor Crowley takes over instead of Vikrowski. A little bit of maybe some strategical courtesy running as Jimmy Mayer switches up who was taking over for Kellen Moore on first base.
The extremely courteous courtesy runner if he's coming in for the original courtesy runner.
Extra courteous is Crowley. Greenstein from the stretch. First pitch to Poot. Taken low, off speed, ruled a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. (1-0). Chopper towards the middle. Charging at McAngelo. Tag for 1. Throw to first, not in time. Will Kramer trying to make the case to the infield umpire that Emma Cangelo interfered with, and here comes Tom Monfiletto.
Yeah, and I think it kind of looked that way because Crowley just kind of stopped there right as the tag got to him. But I honestly think that's just good base running. I mean, what else really do you want him to do? He gets tagged out. I mean, there's really no place to go because at the same time, Emma Cangelo's kind of in his way is the way that I think the Cardinals would look at it.
Tough to tell who's active down in the Cardinals bullpen for the time being. We'll do our best to inform you on who's down there getting loose once we can identify a number. But for the time being, Tom Monfiletto having a lengthy discussion with one of the infield umpires here tonight. And as you mentioned, I mean, Crowley has a sense of entitlement towards the second base bag. I mean, he has the right to second base. The ball definitely took Emma Cangelo into the base path, but not too much there for there to be interference ruled against Crowley. Now, if Crowley were to have maybe hugged Emma Cangelo based on contact there and not allowed the throw to get out, then they could have probably called some interference, but not enough contact or interference deemed there by the umpires. New batter at the plate. Poot after beating out the fielder's choice on the 5 unassisted tag there. Connor Williver behind no balls and 1 strike, and Greenstein trying to keep Poot close over there at first.
Yeah, he was trying to keep him close, but I think he was already close. Another one where Poot probably could have just gone back in standing up.
The 0-1, Poot's on the move. Called strike, the throw on a line, he's out. Balowitz fires a laser to Kramer to get the stealing Poot 2 down.
Aiden Poot, he had a pretty small lead and didn't get much of a secondary lead either. Perfect throw from Balowitz as well. Right on the money, but Poot not really a great jump. That kind of was doomed from the start.
No balls, 2 strikes to Williver. The 0-2. Shot into the Lawrence dugout. Some friendly fire off the bat from Williver.
Yeah, that one knocked Riley Rivera to the ground. Trying to duck out of the way.
That's right. And rightfully so. That one was a screaming Mimi. Fastball, called strike 3 on the outside corner. Greenstein's fired up. He'll head back to the dugout. It's a 2-1 game. Hun out in front here in the Mercer County Tournament Finals from Trenton Thunder Ballpark.
This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford Subaru or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
Car buying made simple at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Over 100 new Hyundai models from Elantras and Sonatas to SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, and Palisade, including hybrid models. Hyundai of Trenton has the inventory, including a huge selection of pre-owned certified vehicles. Pay them a visit at 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Hyundai of Trenton, the area's fastest growing dealership. On to the top of the 5th inning. 2-1, Hun out in front for now. Looking to add on some more. They'll have 2, 3, and 4 coming to the plate as Kellen Moore back out for his 5th inning of work. He's had some really good stuff in this one so far, but some untimely errors have allowed the Hun Raiders to capitalize on extra base runners, and a 2-1 advantage in the Raiders' favor for the time being.
Yeah, Kellen Moore has basically done everything that you could ask for him. I mean, he's made the necessary adjustments. He's kept these guys off balance. Of course, Hun, talented enough offense where you're not going to keep them off base the entire game. And when they've been able to get those guys on base, the Cardinals' defense has kind of cost them here.
Will Kramer, 0 for 2, steps in, 3rd time tonight. And his first pitch swinging, he fouls it back. up towards the all-new Prime Point Club here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark. The Prime Point Club, proud sponsor, Prime Point Point of Sales, and they do a great job for the Thunder. First pitch, swung on and missed. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes to Will Kramer. He's in a hole.
Well, Will Kramer, he's been digging into that right-handed batter's box, and he's been aggressive all night long, not trying to waste any time.
Moore's 0-2. Lifted right side, but slicing well foul. Count remains, no balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff batter in inning number 5, Will Kramer. Moore's 0-2 again. Line right side, it is a foul ball. A good charge put into that one from Will Kramer. Slicing just enough towards the Rosenberg sign down the right field line and foul ground and into the Cardinal bullpen. The count still at no balls and 2 strikes. Kellen Moore, a new pearl, back onto the mound. The 0-2 in the dirt. Kramer, Deacon Bound, and Nico Amicangelo, 2, 3, and 4 due up this time around for the Hun School. Back on the rubber is Moore. 1-2. Another one sliced down the right field side and towards the play pit.
He's just getting a piece of some of these fastballs, hitting them hard, but he's been pretty late on them. Of course, he laid off the slider a couple of pitches ago, and now it kind of becomes that cat and mouse game between Kellen Moore and Will Kramer.
The 1-2. Swung on, unable to be held onto in the glove by Dobkin, so we'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Looked like the slider that time for Moore, and it had Kramer just a little bit out in front. Some of Mercer County's finest in attendance, including Hopewell Valley's John Michael Vlasic as he strolls by. Everybody's out for this one tonight. Spitting on an off-speed pitch is Kramer, and the count is now even, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You want to talk about an athlete, John Michael Vlasic,
Yeah,
one of the
man.
stars of the baseball team, football team, and basketball team at Hopewell.
Old school is John Michael Vlasic, a 3-sport varsity letterman. You don't find those lurking around anymore as much as he used to. Moore ready into his windup, and the 2-2 on the way. Towards the middle, he gloves it. Jogs over to first, overhand flips to Crowley. And the battle won by Moore as he fields his position with ease.
Probably not as good as a play as a Deacon Moore made out there in left, so I think Deacon still has the bragging rights at a dinner tonight, but that's still one heck of a play by Kellen Moore to snare that one and rob Kramer of a single.
Deacon Bound, the designated hitter for the Hun Raiders, makes his way to the plate. Third time tonight, 0 for 2, struck out in the first and flew out to left field back in the third. Bound hitting in place of Gabe Jack now over at first. Moore winds and fires. First pitch swinging, fouled straight back, 0-1. Mentioned it a number of times, but the turnout tonight, just about as good as you're going to get for a high school game in the area. Everybody coming on out to Trenton Thunder Ballpark to catch this one, and rightfully so. The top 2 seeds remaining in the final Mercer County Tournament Championship game for quite some time at least. Bound rolls this one over left side, and touching it in foul ground, a heads-up play from Dan Drizga. He'll send Bound back to first, and Bound was really sprinting down the line that time, so imagine he's going to take his time heading back to the box. 1 ball and 1 strike to Deacon Bound.
You talk about the crowd. I mean, it's really filled in nicely, and both schools have had a great contingent of fans come out. Lawrence, I think, probably has a slight edge right now, but taking a look over that third base dugout, the Hun School, they've got a nice little contingent of students sitting up there.
Great crowd on hand for a great game. The Mercer County Tournament Finals from Trenton Thunder Ballpark. Moore winds and fires. 1-1, skipped in and rolls all the way back. 2-1 to Deacon Bound. You mentioned the Lawrence fans showing their tried and true over this last 2-year run, really, for Lawrence under head coach Jim Mayer, and tough to argue for them coming out as much as they do to show support of a team that's won so many games over a 2-year span. Back-to-back 20-win seasons for the Cardinals as they enter tonight at 20-2, and Kellen Moore misses up with a fastball. 3 balls and 1 strike, but there's some confusion behind home plate as Kellen Moore trying to communicate that the count should be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes to Deacon Bound. The 2-2. Called strike 3. Fastball on the outer third. Freezes him. That's the 6th strikeout tonight for Kellen Moore.
Deacon Bound upset there at the plate. Not sure if he's upset with the call or upset that he didn't take a rip at that. That looked like it was right there. Kind of, you said, outer third, very close. It wasn't really painted. It was, like you said, on the outer third. So I think Bound may be more just upset with himself that time as opposed to the umpire.
First pitch to Nico Amicangelo just misses, and Moore with a big smile on his face, wondering where it missed.
Yeah, that time, without a doubt, Kellen Moore is upset with the umpire.
The 1-0. Chopped off the foot of Amicangelo back to the mound, and a good call by the home plate umpire to see that one right away. You know, they always say that if you're hitting the ball off of your foot, that you have a good swing. But that's just a brutal reward for having a good swing.
Yeah, it's like, okay, great. I've got a good swing, but I've got no feeling in my toes.
1 ball, 1 strike count. Moore winds and fires. Bouncing ball to third. Gloved by Drizga. He'll throw on the run. Picked out by Crowley. Just in time to get Amicangelo. Drizga with a firing throw across the diamond, and Crowley eats it up out of the dirt. 5-3 the putout with a little extra help from Aiden Crowley. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. 2-1 the score. Hun remains in front. The Cardinals bats looking for a response.
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you're enjoying today's game. I'd like to commend today's students for participating in today's event. Being a part of extracurricular activities, whether it's an athletic event, marching in the band, or performing in the school play, or being on the debate team, is good for today's youth. And parents, stay involved in your children's activities and encourage them. An involved parent nurtures your children to accomplish great things. I'm proud to support the youth of Mercer County. This is Angelo Honorfree, your Mercer County Prosecutor, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Make sure you pay a visit to the Italian People's Bakery at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by to smell their homemade bread made daily or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery is the best place to go for hoagies on Sunday afternoon and the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Visit them once again, 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936. Remaining in the game, Ryan Greenstein, as we are on to the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-1, Hun in front. And it's been a good one to this point, Jordan Hirsch.
Yeah, both pitchers have settled in nicely. Raiders have the 2-1 lead, but I don't think the scoring is done yet because like we saw in the semifinals, of course, fireworks in the 7th and 8th innings. And going into the bottom of the 5th, it's getting late, but the Cardinals, you know, they've been trailing in most of their games all year anyways. You got to believe they're comfortable in a spot like this.
Bottom three of the lineup for Jim Mayer's Cardinals to start the home half of the fifth. Riley Rivera, Drew Dobkin, and Dan Drizga, 7-8-9 for Lawrence. Greenstein's first pitch to Rivera, a nasty curveball dropped in. Got Rivera to turn his back to it, 0-1. Riley Rivera 1 for 1 with a double that came in the second inning. Greenstein's 0-1. Off the hands, right side of the infield, tough play. Greenstein has it, flips in time to Jack now for the first out.
Boy, that was awkward. Greenstein kind of gloved that one, had it as a snow cone and able to make that flip, but then with Rivera diving into first base. But it goes down as a typical 1-3 in the book.
Here's Drew Dobkin, the catcher, in the 8 spot tonight. One thing we failed to mention during the pregame show, Jordan, was the last time these two teams met, May 14th, 2013, a 9-4 victory for Hun. These two teams have only met twice, according to NJ.com, and the overall series split at 1 apiece. Lawrence beat Hun back on May 6th in 2011. First pitch to Dobkin, curveball that just misses. 1 ball and no strikes.
And you know, I kind of like that they're not familiar with each other, because a lot of times championship games is against teams that have faced each other a lot throughout the season, but these guys getting the first look at each other.
Back to the well with the off speed. Not biting is Dobkin or the home plate umpire. 2 balls and no strikes. Just missing that outside part of the plate and maybe a little bit low. The 2-0. Right down the middle with the fastball, 2-1.
Taken all the way that time was Dobkin.
Greenstein's 2-1. Swung on and grounded to short. Kramer has trouble, regains, fires, and able to get Dobkin still in plenty of time. Great job by Will Kramer to regain composure and send a seed over to first.
Yeah, and that's understanding your runner. Dobkin not the fleetest of foot, running down the first base line. Kramer understanding that, doesn't panic, able to pick the ball up off the dirt and make that play.
Dan Drizga to the plate with 2 down and nobody aboard. First pitch to him. Curveball, just missed. Hun bench wants to know where it was. And I kind of do as well.
Yeah, kind of same though. Home plate umpire has been real good tonight. I think he might have missed that one.
1-0 fastball. 2-0. And all of a sudden the zone has just disappeared for Hun.
Yeah, that one a close pitch. Maybe a little down that time. But now Greenstein, if he feels like he's getting squeezed, if you're up there at the bat in Drizga.
Now 2-1. Off speed dropped at the belt.
And yeah, if you're Drizga, you just want to make sure that you get a pitch where you want it.
2-1. Swing and a miss. Got him to fish for the off speed. Balowitz able to glove it cleanly. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dan Drizga. 1-2 spoiled. Foul. Shot straight back. Don't forget, WBCB, also your home for Phillies baseball on the radio dial, 1490 AM and 107.3 FM. Taking in the dirt is Drizga, and the count is now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. I mentioned that because Nick Castellanos just tied the game up for the Phillies. It's a 2-2 ball game. Go head over to the radio dial and tune in if you want while keeping us on the video stream. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Drizga. Greenstein winds and fires. Misses high with the fastball, ball 4.
Great job by Drizga that time to battle. Ahead in the count, 2-0. Couple of good pitches, get it to 2-2, able to spoil one. And again, he wins the battle. That's his 2nd walk of the game, if I'm not mistaken.
It is. 2 walks forced by Dan Drizga. This time a 2-out walk worked by him after a leadoff walk in the 3rd. So a 2-out base runner for the Cardinals, and the lineup now flips over. Here's Robert Kelly. Kelly, 1 for 2, a leadoff triple for the Cardinals. He came around to score. And Deacon Moore when he grounded out to shortstop. From the stretch, Greenstein winds and fires. Driven towards right center field and carrying. Going back, Olander. He's there to make the catch. Had a whole lot of ground to cover and a whole lot of green grass out there in the outfield, but Olander got on his horse to make the catch. No runs, no hits, and a man left on base. Hun remains in front by a run. 2-1 the score. We're through 5 here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation, and that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
On to the 6th inning in a 1-run game. The Mercer County Tournament Finals here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark as the 1-seed Cardinals trail by a run. 2-1 the score. Alongside Jordan Hirsch, my name is Mike Warren. If you're just joining us, Gus Barber producing tonight's stream. The crew's all here, and so is a greater portion of the Mercer County area. Everybody coming out for this one tonight. A strong showing on hand by New Jersey's faithful, and a strong showing on the diamond as well between Mercer County's top 2 teams.
Yeah, it's been a real great battle. We thought that we might see a pitcher's duel in the pregame, and so far that has come to fruition. 2-1 ball game here as we head to the 6th. Kellen Moore back out there. He's been really good. Had a little trouble in the first inning. Didn't give up that many hard hit balls. He's had a little bit of bad luck with his defense, but he's kind of been cruising right along, and we talked about how his demeanor out on the mound, typically very stoic guy. He's been fired up all night.
Moore finishes his warm-up pitches. 5, 6, 7 for Tom Monfiletto's Hun Raiders. Looking for some insurance as we head towards the later innings. Top of the 6th, 2-1 the score. Tucker 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout to right. First pitch to him, fastball up and in, 1 ball and no strikes.
First base coach late getting out there for Hun.
He's an athlete though. Jogging on down there to first. 1-0. A high fly ball that's slicing towards the seats and out of play. Count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike, to Tyler Tucker. Tucker, Balowitz, and Greenstein. 5, 6, 7. Moore shakes off his catcher a couple of times in Dobkin, the 1-1. Fastball on the outer third, 1-2. We don't have the radar gun working tonight here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark, but that is as lively of a fastball as you'll see at the high school level. The 1-2 from Moore. Check swing. He went around. It's been tough for the Hun Bats to hold up their checks tonight. Moore able to get some swings to follow through. That's his 7th strikeout here tonight.
And he's starting to do that same thing he did on Friday in the quarterfinals, where you work that fastball on the outside part of the plate and then you tunnel that slider kind of coming out of the same plane. Very tough for these hitters to pick up, and you see the result right there.
E.J. Balowitz steps in, 3rd time tonight. The reason Hun is in this game tonight, E.J. Balowitz's 2-run walk-off homer over Robbinsville. A 5-4 victory. Back in the Mercer County Tournament Finals for the 2nd time in as many years. Ahead 1-0 is Balowitz, the pitch. Roller, right side of the infield, sliding Rivera. Unable to get the throw over to Crowley. He stopped it with his glove, it popped out. Went to go for the bare hand, but Balowitz with decent speed, able to leg out an infield hit.
Balowitz got a good piece of that ball. Rivera just unable to get to it on the slide. Would have been interesting there if that ball, if he was able to pick it up off the ground. I think it was just out of his reach, but he might have had to play it first. Nonetheless, goes down as a single.
TJ Francis will take over on the base paths for Balowitz. And he is absolutely a threat to steal. More stolen bases on the season than he does have at bats. TJ Francis gets his lead. Moore set. Coming home. First pitch fastball misses low just below the knees to Greenstein. 1 ball and no strikes.
And Dobkin behind the plate, of course, so far tonight has had some trouble throwing guys out at second. Would not be surprised if Francis tried to get into scoring position.
And a 1-0 pickoff move over to check on Francis. We've seen it time and time again, though, when Moore has thrown over, even when he throws over the next pitch. Tom Monfiletto keeps the steal sign on. And he does here, the 1-0. On the move, Francis. Dobkin's throw on a line. He got him! Skipped it into the glove of Robert Kelly, who put the tag on the bag. Francis mowed down on the base paths for out number 2.
Drew Dobkin cannot have walked down there to Robert Kelly and handed it to him any better than that. And how about the swipe tag from Kelly, too? Quick hands out there at short.
That sequence, much more of the characteristics of Robert Kelly that we see on a day-to-day basis. A clean pick and tag in one motion off the skip throw from Drew Dobkin. Something that you simply just have to practice in order to get that chemistry down. And you could tell those two guys spent a lot of time working on those throws.
Yeah, and you would think that that probably helped Kelly regain some of that confidence, too. That was the first play he's had to make since the error out at short.
2-1 in the air to right field and carrying. Going back is Toto, ranging now to his left and reaching up to make the catch. Kellen Moore through 6 innings of work. His defense has been there to help him. He's fired up coming off the mound, needing some run support. The Cardinals trail by a run. We're on to the bottom of the 6th inning in a 2-1 game in the Mercer County Tournament Finals.
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you're enjoying today's game. I'd like to commend today's students for participating in today's event. Being a part of extracurricular activities, whether it's an athletic event, marching in the band, or performing in the school play, or being on the debate team, is good for today's youth. And parents, stay involved in your children's activities and encourage them. An involved parent nurtures your children to accomplish great things. I'm proud to support the youth of Mercer County. This is Angelo Honorfree, your Mercer County Prosecutor, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Heart of the lineup for the Cardinals, 2, 3, and 4 in their half of the 6th inning. Down a run in the Mercer County Tournament Finals here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark. Ryan Greenstein back out onto the mound to begin his 6th inning of work. In an old school pitcher's duel, each team striking early in the 1st. The Raiders struck again for 1 more in the 4th. And since then, zeros on the scoreboard. 2, 3, and 4, Deacon Moore to lead things off. Go ahead, Jordan.
I was just going to say both pitchers have been really good. But like I said, going into the bottom of the 5th, the Cardinals have been here before. They'll probably be here again in terms of trailing, entering the later stages of a game. They've got the, like you said, 2, 3, and 4 up in the lineup. This is exactly where they want to be.
Proud to sponsor tonight's game, Jammer Doors and Windows. Make sure you view the world through Jammer Doors and Windows. Pay them a visit at their Lawrenceville showroom, 2850 Brunswick Pike, Business Route 1. Also located in the Yardley Grist Mill in Yardley, PA at 10 North Main Street. Make sure you pay them a visit. Jammer Doors and Windows, a proud sponsor of tonight's game on WBCB. Deacon Moore, Teak Toto, and Kellen Moore. 2, 3, and 4 for Jim Mayer's Cardinals. Moore 0 for 2 with a run batted in tonight. He's grounded out to short and flown out to center field. Chopper, left side, but fouled off of the foot of Moore in the box, according to the home plate umpire. No balls and 1 strike. A slight shift in the wind as starting to blow a little bit more inward towards the first base side. The flag motioning towards the Cardinals dugout. A drive into left, coming in to make the catch out there is Antonio Desterbats for out number 1.
And that's a big first out with it being 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup. You got to keep the leadoff guy off base now that Teak Toto and Kellen Moore are coming up.
Teak Toto to the plate. He's 0 for 1, hit by a pitch in the first, struck out swinging in the third. First pitch to him. Curveball dropped in by Greenstein. It's no balls and 1 strike.
Lots of movement on that breaking pitch. Toto looked like he gave up on it when it was appearing to be outside.
Bouncing ball left side, fielded by Kramer. Shuffles and fires, holding the bag. Jack now at first. And time immediately called. We'll see if this call gets changed. Home plate and first base umpires conferring. Looked like Jack now was able to hold the bag. And the call is overturned. Toto is safe, and here comes Tom Monfiletto.
Again, from our angle, it's kind of tough to tell from where we are. I think the home plate umpire actually does have a pretty good angle on that, just because he's kind of, on a kind of 90 degrees. He's kind of perpendicular to the bag.
Sure. But nobody's view better than the first base umpires.
That is correct.
And Jack Now's foot was on that the top left corner of the bag, if you will.
Of course, no review in high school, so the Cardinals will take it.
Pitcher Kellen Moore.
And that's just about as heated as you'll see Tom Monfiletto get. Not an overly emotional individual, but at the right place, right time, he can be pretty fiery, and he came out of that dugout awfully hot.
I mean, yeah, you can't really blame him either. I mean, he knows his guy's 5 outs away from a Mercer County Tournament championship.
Breaking ball that misses on the inside part of the plate. 1 ball and no strikes to Kellen Moore, with Teak Toto on first after the error that will be issued to Will Kramer. Move over to check on Toto. He's back in with a head-first dive. Kellen Moore ahead, 1 ball, no strikes, 1 down and 1 aboard. Tying run on first for the Cardinals. The 1-0. A healthy swing and a foul. Looked like off the foot potentially of Kellen Moore. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, and Mike, you'd mentioned the Phillies. Well, they just took the lead.
That's pretty cool. Another move over to Teak Toto. One ball and 1 strike. 1 down, 1 aboard. Greenstein comes set at the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a foul straight back. Count moves to 1-2. A steady breeze blowing in from left field towards the first base bag. A 1 ball, 2 strike count and a strong throw from Greenstein over to Jack now. Balowitz on the outer third, framed up. Swinging and missing at the elevated fastball is Moore. 2 away.
That's a pretty good pitch there from Greenstein, just above the letters. It looks so good coming in. Kellen Moore just unable to get that bat head around to it.
Third strikeout of the night issued by Greenstein. With 2 down and 1 on first, Aiden Poot steps to the plate. Curveball dropped in at the knees, no balls and 1 strike.
I think Poot probably wants that one back. That one, pretty center cut, hanging breaking ball, let it go by.
Toto off of first. Greenstein's 0-1. Rolled over left side. Kramer went with the backhand, but it boots off his glove. Everybody's safe.
Looked like that caught the lip of the infield grass that time, and Kramer ended up overrunning it as a result. All of a sudden, the Cardinals getting the luck to swing their way with some of these balls in the field. And now, wow, this is a huge spot for Connor Williver.
And that was a hard-hit baseball on the ground by Poot as well. Would have been a tough play for Kramer in the hole, but still another error issued to Kramer. Runners at first and second now for Connor Williver, who stares at a breaking ball, ruled a ball, and the Hun fans with a loud roar. 2 aboard and 2 down. Toto gets his lead off second, representing the tying run for Lawrence. The 1-0. Nasty curve, evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, if you're Williver, you see that pitch coming in, you're like, that's inside, that's inside, that's inside, and then finds the glove of Balowitz, and it's on the inside corner.
1-1, rolled over right side, snared on a dive by Jack now. The throw goes wide. Coming home is Toto. We're going to be tied. On his way to second, Williver. Poot remains at third. 2.
Hi, this is Mercer County.
2 down for the Cardinals, and we're all knotted up at 2 apiece.
Would have been a close play at first. I'd probably would have liked to see Jack now just eat that one, keep the runner at third, keep Hun in the lead. He ends up trying to make a real tough play from his backside, and the Cardinals get that run back that they kind of gave up with the poor defensive play in the top of the 4th. Well, they get it back here in the bottom of the 6th.
And how big is that overturned call at first base now for the Cardinals?
Yeah, that play ends up allowing the runner to come around to score. Would have been out of the inning.
3 errors in the inning issued against the Raiders. Connor Crowley will come in to run for Connor Williver.
And now if you're Greenstein, you got to find a way to just settle down, keep the game tied at 2. 2 runners in scoring position, but you're still just an out away from getting out of this. And if you're Hun, obviously frustrated that you've given up the lead, but you don't want to go back into your dugout trailing.
Tied again in the Mercer County Tournament Finals, this time at 2. First pitch to Rivera, an elevated fastball at the letters, 1 ball and no strikes. Lawrence fans making some noise as they tie this game up at 2. Momentum in the breeze. Back and forth we go in this one. The 1-0. The curve, it just missed. 2 balls and no strikes. Riley Rivera, 1 for 2 with a double, back in the second inning. From the windup, the 2-0. Skipped in, 3 balls and no strikes.
And now 3 balls, no strikes. Greenstein would have to battle all the way back. And now you wonder if maybe he'll just try to put him on, work around him, don't give him anything good to hit, and then face Dobkin.
First base is open. The 3-0. That was ruled a ball. Looked like it was right down the middle and belt high. But nonetheless, a 4-pitch walk issued to Riley Rivera.
Now if you're Drew Dobkin, this is kind of a similar situation that you dream about in your backyard. Tie game, bottom of the 6th. Bases loaded, 2 outs, a chance to put your team ahead and put the Cardinals 3 outs away from their first ever Mercer County Tournament title.
Heading to the bullpen, getting ready to get loose is Asher DeLue, the 6'3" lefty. Drew Dobkin to the plate. Spits on a breaking ball, but it's a called strike this time. That one looked like a makeup call for the last pitch. The 0-1. 0-2.
He's got these front door breaking balls working to the right-handers.
No balls and 2 strikes to Dobkin. Greenstein winds and fires on the ground to first. Jack now bobbles, flips. Greenstein steps on the bag and will stay tied up at 2 apiece. Greenstein strands a pair, but one comes across in the inning. 1 run, no hits, 3 errors in the inning allow the Cardinals to tie this game up at 2. On to the 7th inning in the Mercer County Tournament Finals, here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark in a tie ball game.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Well, no shocker here. Kellen Moore out on the mound as we begin the 7th inning. Tied up at 2 apiece in the Mercer County Tournament Finals. 8-9-1 for the Hun Raiders after the Cardinals get 1 across on 3 errors in their half of the 6th. Looking for a shutdown inning is Kellen Moore.
Yeah, and wouldn't have this game any other way. Been a tight battle the entire way through, and now Kellen Moore having to do more heavy lifting, no pun intended on that, but got to be able to put that 0 up on the scoreboard. Your team ties the game late, you put that 0 up and give the Cardinals a chance for 3 walk-off wins in this tournament.
And a 2-2 ball game. Not much more you can ask for in the last Mercer County Tournament Final. 8-9-1 for the Hun Raiders. John Rossman, Antonio Destrabats, and Michael Olander. The 3 due up to start the 7th. Kellen Moore on the mound to start the 7th. Into his windup in the first pitch to Rossman. Fastball just off the plate, 1 ball and no strikes.
Student section starting to get into it here.
Second fastball from Moore misses outside, 2 balls and no strikes. And Jimmy Mayer barks from the dugout asking where was that? The 2-0. Right down the middle, 2-1. 3 straight fastballs to start Rossman in this at-bat. Still behind is Moore to Rossman, 2-1. The pitch. Roller left side and through. Diving stop made by Kelly, but an infield hit to start the inning. John Rossman put that one towards the hole and past the outstretched glove of Drizga. Kelly keeps it from trickling down the left field line. A leadoff single gets the Hun Raiders in business as the leading run now aboard.
And another one there, not all too hard hit, but it had eyes, found a hole in the infield. And now the Raiders, that's exactly how they wanted to start this top of the 7th, get the leadoff guy on.
Hitting in place of Antonio Destrabats, this is Jackson Staples. Finds himself ahead, 1 ball and no strikes, as he spits on a fastball on the outside part of the plate. Well out. Rossman with good speed on first after a leadoff single. The 1-0. Low and outside.
Looks like we've got some light rain beginning to fall, looking up at the lights.
Moore comes set at the letters. The 2-0. Up and outside. 3 balls and no strikes.
Robert Kelly going to go have a word with Kellen Moore. He's got to find a way now to battle all the way back. Last thing you want to do if you're Moore is walk the pinch hitter and have 2 on with nobody out for the top of this order.
Staples representing the 9 spot in the order. Ahead, 3 balls and no strikes. The pitch, outside, ball 4. Not sure if the Lawrence student section poked the bear or not, but the Hun student section pretty fired up after a 4-pitch walk. The first 2 are aboard, and here comes one of the more powerful bats in the Hun Raiders lineup, Michael Olander, as the lineup turns over. A slow stroll out towards the mound for Jim Mayer. Takes a peek down to the bullpen. There's no one down there, as it was Deacon Moore that was warming up in between innings. That's going to do it for Kellen Moore. The first 2 reach from Kellen Moore to Deacon Moore. The call to the pen from left field. A pitching change on the mound. Tied up at 2 apiece. 2 aboard and nobody out for the Raiders. Their leadoff man, Michael Olander, at the dish when action resumes. A quick timeout as the time says 9 o'clock. A pitching change on the mound. Deacon Moore will take over for his older brother Kellen when we return.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs. For acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
So Kellen Moore moves from the mound over to first base. Deacon Moore comes onto the mound from left field. Josh Vikrowski out in left field now for the Lawrence Cardinals. The more the merrier as they turn to Deacon Moore. And the Cardinals dugout waving over to Kellen over at first base, telling him to get in on the grass. Olander at the dish. First 2 batters reach base. First pitch to him, blocked by Dobkin. And dancing off of second base was John Rossman. He'll stay put.
Yeah, huge spot here now for the sophomore Deacon Moore, who comes in with a 1.48 ERA, 21 strikeouts in 23 2/3 innings of work, and he could use a few of those Ks right here.
A 1-0 count to Olander. The pitch outside. 2 balls and no strikes to the man they call Mikey O. Both student sections to their feet. Top of the 7th, 2 aboard, nobody out, and a 2-0 count to Michael Olander. Moore takes a peek at second, the pitch. Outside fastball, ruled a ball, 3-0.
3 straight pitches from Moore out of the pen that he's pulled glove side. Got to be able to find a way back into the strike zone.
The 3-0. Behind him, ball 4. Bases are loaded. Will Kramer to the plate.
And Kramer's been very aggressive all game long. If you're Deacon Moore, you got to be very careful here. First pitch, second pitch, and I think that's probably what Jim Mayer's going to go out and tell him.
Only a couple of words from Tom Monfiletto to Will Kramer. Back towards the batter's box, Kramer goes. The meeting on the mound adjourned by Jim Mayer. The first 4 pitches, all of them balls from Deacon Moore. The bases are loaded. The line on Kellen Moore not closed yet, as he's responsible for the runners on second and third in Rossman and Staples. Olander on first, Staples on second, Rossman on third. Infield in, first pitch to Kramer. Right down the middle with the fastball, no balls and 1 strike to the Hun shortstop.
And I'm very surprised he took that first pitch fastball down the middle with how aggressive he's been so far.
Kramer behind, no balls and 1 strike. He's 0 for 3 on the evening. The 0-1 in the dirt, stopped by Dobkin, and it stays put right around his feet region. 1 ball and 1 strike. The rain stops. The cool breeze continues. The 1-1 inside, almost got Kramer. 2 balls and 1 strike. Moore kicks and deals. Healthy swing and a miss by Kramer on the fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, and the bases loaded for the Hun School. Rossman gets his lead off third, Staples off of second, and Moore steps off. Olander off of first. Moore comes set, the 2-2 pitch. Driven towards right center field. Toto has it measured, makes the catch. Coming home is Rossman. The throw's cut off by Moore, and Hun takes the lead. Kramer does a job. The sacrifice fly brings home the leading run. It's 3-2 Raiders.
And another good piece of hitting that time from Kramer. All you need is something in the air. You don't have to have a big blow, 3-run double. That will suffice. And Hun's still in business with runners on the corners.
To the plate, Deacon Bound. 0 for 3, a couple of Ks to his line. Struck out looking his last time up. First pitch, runner on the move in Olander, and he'll take second base easily. No throw from Dobkin, excuse me. Two more in scoring position for the Hun Raiders. 1 across in the inning. They lead by a run. 1 ball and no strikes to Deacon Bound. The pitch. Just missed with the curveball. Did Moore. 2-0.
Yeah, neither side has been all too happy with the home plate umpire these last few innings, but I think that's kind of just a product of there being so many close pitches these last 3 innings.
The 2-0. Inside corner with the breaking ball makes it 2-1, and Bound turns around quickly, not in agreement with the call.
Yep, right on cue. There's another one.
Infield in for the Cardinals. Olander off of second with a massive lead, nobody holding him on. The 2-1. Curveball dropped in, strike 2.
That buckled the knees right there of Deacon Bound. Not expecting that to come back over the plate.
A 2-2 count, 2 aboard and 1 down. 1 across in the inning. The 2-2 inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Deacon Bound.
Man, that looked like a better pitch than the one he called a strike to make it 2-1.
Full count. Runners at second and third. 1 down. Moore gets his sign from Dobkin, and Bound calls time. The 3-2. Ripped and fair down the left field line. This will bring home a pair. Bounds on his way to second, thinking 3. He'll hold up there. It's a 2 RBI double, and the Hun Raiders lead 5-2.
Able to rope that breaking ball down the left field line. Deacon bound, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Comes through, able to keep it fair. Just more good hitting, but putting another good swing on that for a Hun bat. And the Cardinals, this game's starting to feel very similar to the semifinals.
3 runs have come across in the top of the 7th inning. Hun leads 5-2, and now their cleanup bat, Nico Emicangelo, to the dish. A big hole on the right side of the infield. Rivera trying to hold Bound close at second. Moore will step off and reset. Still 1 down here in the top of the 7th inning. And Bound causing some confusion and some distraction for Deacon Moore. A battle of the Deacons. Deacon Moore and Deacon Bound. The pitch. Breaking ball dropped in by Moore, gets ahead of Emicangelo, 0-1. Emicangelo, 1 for 3, reached on an error in the 3rd, grounded out to 3rd his last time up in the 5th. Singled in the 1st that brought home a run. The 0-1 to him. Gets the inside part of the plate with the off-speed. Moore goes back to the well and finds himself ahead. No balls and 2 strikes to Emicangelo. Moore gets his sign from Dobkin. The 0-2 pitch. Left alone on the move and heading to 3rd is Bound. A head-first slide has him in safe.
And that's some heads-up base running that time by Bound. That ball didn't get too far away from Dobkin. He was able to have a real nice read on it and advancing and now 90 feet away from scoring that 4th run.
Deacon Bound off of 3rd after swiping a bag. The 1-2. Just getting a piece of it and sending it straight back is Emicangelo. Tyler Tucker would be up next. Emicangelo, here it comes to him, and it's up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two in the dirt, and another nice stop by Drew Dobkin.
Saved a run with that one, as that one skipped before it even got to the plate. That's the 2nd time that Dobkin's had to make a play like that in this game.
3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 aboard at 3rd and Deacon Bound. First base open. The 3-2 pitch. Taken high for ball 4. Third walk issued by Lawrence pitching in this inning.
Third baseman Tyler Tucker.
Runners at the corners for the Raiders. 1 away. This is Tyler Tucker. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. He did fly out to right field back in the 3rd. Another fly out would definitely bring home a run if he's able to get it deep enough. The pitch. Runner on the move. The throw goes to second. Cut off by Kelly. Emicangelo in safely.
That looked like a design play from the Cardinals for where if the guy goes off to second, Kelly's going to try to come in, undercut the throw, and hold that runner over at 3rd.
3rd stolen base of the inning for the Hun School. Ahead 1-0 is Tucker. The infield in again for Lawrence. The 1-0. Left alone, called strike at the belt. Counts even at 1 apiece. Driven towards left center field. That's going to split the gap and get down. 2 more will come around to score. Tucker's hauling around second, going for 3rd. He's going to cruise in with a 2 RBI triple. Hun can taste the chip. 5 across in the inning for the Raiders.
And if you're the Raiders, you got to just keep piling it on because we know the Cardinals can score a lot too in the late stages of the game. And another extra base hit. The Raiders bats, who've been pretty quiet in terms of hard hit baseballs all game long, have suddenly come alive when they needed it most.
It's the second 2 RBI hit of the inning for the Raiders as they've erupted for 5 runs in the top of the 7th inning. Pitching change on the mound. The call is for Dan Drizga. A runner on third and 1 down. The Raiders looking for more. E.J. Balowitz at the plate. When we return, a pitching change on the mound. It's a 7-2 Raiders lead here in the Mercer County Tournament Finals.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford Subaru or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around.
Proud to sponsor tonight's game, Rossi's Bar and Grill, 90 years of establishment since 1933. The best burgers around. Visit Rossi's Bar and Grill. They've got a special every night. Wednesdays, wing night. Tuesdays, they've got half-price bottles of wine. Thursdays feature live music and half-price nachos. And Fridays, Rossi's offers half-price beer flights. Give them a call at 609-890-2004. First pitch from Dan Drizga to E.J. Balowitz is a strike. He's ahead, no balls, 1 strike to the powerful bat of E.J. Balowitz.
Drizga enters with an 8.40 ERA, just 3 1/3 innings pitched.
Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike after Drizga misses with a low fastball. The 1-1. Lifted in the air to left field and carrying. Motioning over Vikrosky, he's there to make the catch. Tagging from third and cruising into home for the 6th run of the inning. That's Tyler Tucker. 8-2, the Hun School leads. Two down. And Balowitz is remaining on first, but
Not sure why that ball was caught, unless they call.
I guess they called catcher's interference.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's the only thing that I could come up with as to why he'd be standing out at first, and now I think Jim Mayer wants an explanation.
So TJ Francis is going to go take over for Balowitz. I'm not sure how the sac fly could count if there was catcher's interference. And yes, you see Tyler Tucker now coming out of the dugout and going back to third. So still a 7-2 game for the time being. And heading to the plate now, Ryan Greenstein.
Number 8, TJ Francis.
TJ Francis takes over at first. Greenstein to the plate. Tucker back on third after catcher's interference was called. Move over to check on Francis. He's back in time.
And runners on the corners. I would have to think that Francis will be taking off at some point here. That's what they've done all game.
Runner on the move, throw to second base. Not in time. Francis able to swipe second that time. He was mowed down on the base paths earlier by Dobkin. Fastball off the plate. 2 balls and no strikes to Greenstein, 2 in scoring position for him. Ryan Greenstein, 1 for 3 with a single. The 2-0 off, or on, I should say, the outside corner makes the count 2-1.
I think you were right. I think that was probably off the plate, maybe a little bit of a call there because they're down so much.
Called strike 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2, driven towards right field and carrying. Toto going back, he's not going to get to it. 2 more are going to score for the Raiders. Greenstein's thinking 3. Kelly's throw, not in time. Ryan Greenstein, a 2 RBI triple. Hun's running away with it.
And somehow able to get their hand in there.
Seven runs across in the inning and a 9-2 advantage for the Hun School of Princeton. The pitch, up high, taken for a ball. The man who led this inning off with a single, John Rossman, his second at-bat of the inning. 1-0, paints the outer black with the heater. Drizga evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Rossman shoots this one in the air, but it's trending well towards the seats for a foul ball. An inning to remember for the Hun School of Princeton. 3 2 RBI extra base hits in the inning. Rossman lays off the off-speed from Drizga. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Driven right side, slicing towards foul ground and out of play. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes to John Rossman. 1 for 2, a single and a run scored that came in this inning. The 2-2. Outside, count is full.
Seems like you've been saying that a lot here this inning, full count, and Hun has had the better, the fortune during these spots in this inning. They've got a couple of extra base hits in these spots.
Line drive towards center field. Poot comes on, makes the catch, and that's out number 3. Well, it should be. I guess it's out number 2. It said 2 outs on the scoreboard, but
I think the scoreboard was off. I think they never took that out away from the catcher's interference call on the sac fly.
Good call. F8 the put out. Still a runner on third. Just 2 away now. And Jackson Staples gets his second chance of the inning after walking his first time up. First pitch to Staples. Fastball misses high. Fastball at the belt on the outer third, evens the count at 1 apiece. A 7 spot put up in the 7th for the Hun Raiders. One off the hand, straight back. Drizga ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jackson Staples. Liner into right field. It's an RBI single for Staples and a 10-2 Hun lead. The freshman Jackson Staples delivers on the biggest stage. Another insurance run for Hun. 8 have come across in the inning.
Yeah, hard to believe this game was a close battle the entire way through. Right now, the score not really indicative of, I think, the way this game has gone, but give credit to the Raiders. They just continue to pile on, and, I mean, why not? Obviously, the Cardinals, exceptional at coming back. Now, 8 runs is an extremely tall task, but if you're Hun, just keep scoring because you know they can do it.
Thrown out at second base is Jackson Staples as he tried to swipe a bag. Damage is done for the Raiders. 8 runs come across in the top of the 7th inning. On to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for the comeback Cardinals. Their biggest deficit yet in the tournament. They trail by 8. 3 outs remain for the Cardinals. Can the Hun Raiders hold on for the final Mercer County Tournament Championship? We'll find out next on the WBCB Sports Network.
Round from small dents to major repairs on.
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you're enjoying today's game. I'd like to commend today's students for participating in today's event. Being a part of extracurricular activities, whether it's an athletic event, marching in the band, or performing in the school play, or being on the debate team, is good for today's youth. And parents, stay involved in your children's activities and encourage them. An involved parent nurtures your children to accomplish great things. I'm proud to support the youth of Mercer County. This is Angelo Honorfree, your Mercer County prosecutor, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation, and that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
On to close this ball game out for the Hun Raiders. It's the left-handed sophomore, the fire thrower, Asher DeLue.
DeLue comes in a 1.91 ERA, 11 innings pitched on the season, 11 walks, and 14 strikeouts.
First pitch, fastball at the belt, 0-1 to Dan Drizga. 9-1-2 for the Lawrence Cardinals in the bottom of the 7th. An elevated fastball that was just a bit outside.
Kind of becomes apparent maybe as to why he's got those 11 walks. If you're the Cardinals, just got to be patient up there.
Count even at 1 apiece to Dan Drizga. The pitch. Nasty curveball. Just missed. 2 balls and 1 strike. DeLue gets the sign from Balowitz, comes set, kicks and deals. Skips in a fastball. 3 balls, 1 strike.
And he's kind of all over the place in this first at-bat.
And heading on out to the mound to talk some things over, E.J. Balowitz with Asher DeLue.
And you got to figure this is just, hey, calm down. We're up by 8. Obviously, the command hasn't been there so far through the first 4 pitches. And the last thing you want to do is give guys free passes when you're just trying to close out this championship game win. Make the Cardinals' bats beat you.
Drizga back into the box. Meeting concluded out on the mound. For the Cardinals, And that's how you want to start the inning if you want to make this comeback effort a real thing. Drizga, for the third time tonight, draws a walk. He is on first. Robert Kelly to the plate. Kelly, 1 for 3 with a triple. And a run scored, of course. First pitch, misses low with the fastball. 1 ball, no strikes.
Good to see that many of the Cardinal faithful over the first base dugout have stuck this one out.
You can't give up on these Cardinals. Counts even, fastball at the knees, makes it 1-1. The 1-1. Swung on and fouled down the right field concourse.
Right off a trash can.
Off a trash can and then off the back of a fan out there.
And that would have gone right into that recycling bin had it been open. He hit that thing straight on.
DeLu, the 1-2. Up and in with the fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 aboard, nobody out. 10-2, Hun in front after erupting for 8 in the top of the 7th. 2-2 spoiled by Kelly as he's able to hit that one off the hands foul. Two balls and 2 strikes. The count remains frozen for the time being. Drizga off of first. The lefty DeLu comes home. Swing and a miss. Fastball revved it past Kelly. 1 down. Here's Deacon Moore.
Third baseman, Deacon Moore.
Deacon Moore 0 for 3 with a run batted in. The pitch outside. Final score in the Mercer County Tournament softball final, Notre Dame 2, Robbinsville 1. The Irish repeat as Mercer County Tournament champions. Congratulations to the Notre Dame Irish. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes as that one popped out of the mid of Balowitz.
Another Phillies update, Mike. They just tied the game.
2. Curveball, just getting it off the top of the bat was Moore and slices it foul down the third base line. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count remains. Drizga heads back to first. I'm sure DeLu would love a double play ball right about now, a grounder to the middle infield. The 1-2, missing high with the fastball and just off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. DeLu comes set above the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss!
Boy, is that curveball nasty when he can command it. No chance, Deacon Moore. That's a strike all the way until it gets to the catcher's mitt.
Right fielder, Teak Toto.
2 down. A runner on first for Teak Toto. Toto 0 for 2, hit by a pitch. He reached on an error in the 6th and scored a run that tied the game at 2. First pitch fastball on the outer third. No balls and 1 strike. The Raiders 1 out away from completing their redemption tour. The 0-1 curveball just a bit high. One. Another high curveball.
Balowitz wanted that one, double clutched on the throw back to the pitcher.
2 balls and 1 strike. Here it comes. Paints the outer third with a heater. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. 1 aboard for Teak Toto. DeLu gets the sign from Balowitz. The 2-2 pitch in the dirt and the count is full. We'll see if Jim Mayer has Drizga in motion on the 3-2. DeLu, a long look in. He's ready. The payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4. Raiders were ready to head out of the dugout and start their celebration, but they'll have to wait at least one more batter for the time being.
That is a grown man's take by Teak Tota. I mean, obviously you don't want to be the last out of a championship loss and watches that one go by somehow.
Kellen Moore makes his way to the plate. The cleanup hitter for Jim Mayer's Cardinals. So far, he's 0 for 2. He walked, but was courtesy ran for by Josh Vikrowski, who was stranded on base back in the 4th. Now in the bottom of the 7th. 2 aboard and 2 down. Kellen Moore makes his way to the plate. Asher DeLu, the sophomore and Princeton native, 1 out away from securing a Mercer County Tournament championship. First pitch strike at the knees with the fastball, 0-1. The 0-1 popped up. Here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark, 10-2 the final score. We'll take a quick break to tally up the numbers, the trophy presentation, and the Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game interview is next, coming up on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford Subaru or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
Back at Trenton Thunder Ballpark, the Hun Raiders complete the revenge tour as they earn a 2024 Mercer County Tournament Championship trophy. We'll turn things over to our public address announcer, Andrew Myers.
From Hamilton Parks Department for all the work put into hosting and getting Bob DeMeo Field ready for the semifinals. Jeff Hurley, the president of the Trenton Thunder, for hosting the Nation of Awards at home plate by tournament director John Costantino. First, a round of applause for our runner-up in this year's tournament, the Lawrence High School Cardinals. Next is the Angelo Jumbaluka MVP Award, presented to Ryan Greenstein from the Hun Raiders. Our champions will receive a plaque and t-shirts donated by the Mercer County Tournament Association and a rotating trophy donated by the Mercer County Park Commission. This year's Mercer County title goes to the Hun School of Princeton Raiders.
And the celebration continues for the Raiders. After dropping this game a season ago to the Allentown Redbirds, they get their revenge on a different type of bird, the Lawrence Cardinals, by a final of 10-2. Ryan Greenstein takes home tournament MVP honors. We'll talk to him next on the Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game interview. You can find that interview on our YouTube page following the conclusion of this stream. We want to thank all of our sponsors who made tonight's broadcast possible. The Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, Haldeman Ford Subaru, Kessel Dermatology, Revere Restaurant, the Capital Health System, Team Toyota, the New Jersey Education Association, Saul Funeral Homes, Hyundai of Trenton, the Trentonian, the Italian People's Bakery, the Trenton Thunder, Jammer Doors and Windows, and Rossi's Bar and Grill, all proud to bring you tonight's coverage here on WBCB. Jordan Hirsch did tonight's color commentary and camera work. Gus Barber produced tonight's stream. One final time here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark. The final, the Hun School of Princeton 10, the Lawrence Cardinals 2. The Hun School of Princeton, your 2024 and final Mercer County Tournament champions for this season. We want to thank everybody who tuned in all season long to our baseball coverage across the Mercer County docket. We thank everybody who tuned in all year long and was a part of our broadcasts, who came out to our games. We thank you so much for all of the support that you give us here at WBCB. It doesn't end here. Our coverage of the NJSI AA playoffs will begin starting next week. We look forward to having you along with us for the journey. One final time here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark for my broadcast partner, Jordan Hirsch. Gus Barber, producer of tonight's stream. My name is Mike Warren. One final time, the Hun School 10, the Lawrence Cardinals 2. The Hun School of Princeton, your 2024 Mercer County Tournament champions. Until we talk to you again next week, we thank you so much for tuning in to high school baseball on the WBCB Sports Network. Have a great night, everybody.